Put me on no time, I ain't late. Still rockin' ball, man, ain't bake.
Yeah, what up with y'all boys, man? What y'all niggas on?
What's up, gang? My boy finna go after college. Hey, you better not forget about us, though.
Man, ain't nobody finna forget about y'all.
Yeah, bro, you tripping. My dog ain't finna forget about us. But you need to invite me out there, though. I'm trying to see what the 10's looking like.
Hey, nah, but for real, though. You ain't mad about Ohio State or nothing?
Nah, bro, I can't be mad. At the end of the day, I did that to myself. But really, it don't even matter where I go, bro. I'm finna ball out.
Yeah, bro, he got it. It don't matter what school he go to, he's still gonna put on.
Man, scratch all that, bro. Hit me up when that NIL money come through.
See, brother, here you go. Man, that nigga already rich.
Dang, my pops blowing my line crazy. I got a deal.
Dang, bro, you only been here 10 seconds. You got a dip already?
I bet, be smooth. I pull up on us later.
What up, Pops?
Just the man I needed to see. Look, man, they're talking about you on TV.
And we're back. More on college football, and this is one I'm pretty sure most of the folks watching want to hear. A kid who had a lot of eyes on him, known for his blazing speed and great hands, he was also projecting to be the #1 prospect coming out of high school. Kason Kelly has announced his commitment to Florida Atlantic. Now, I was actually lucky enough to be able to speak with him in a recent interview, and overall, he's a really great kid. Now, I know he's had a few legal mishaps, but we all hit a few bumps in our road. He said to me that he's excited and ready for this season because at one point it looked as if he wasn't going to be able to play college ball, but now he says he's very thankful for the opportunity that he has, and he's looking forward to taking full advantage of it. And just like Kason's ready to get on that field, I'm ready to watch him dominate.
Look, man, I know you're probably still upset about that scholarship, but you have an opportunity standing in front of you. You can't let anything get in the way of that. You got to take full advantage. I know you had your slip-ups, man, we all have. But one thing you can't do is keep reminiscing on it. It's going to get better.
Alright, look, gang, we ain't got that long, bro. I'm gonna need you to hurry up.
Man, chill, nigga. I know what I'm doing.
Alright?
Get out the car then. What you waiting on? Dang, bro, we got 5-0. Bro, don't kill us.
Ain't nobody finna kill y'all, bro. Chill.
Man, just pull it over. Tell that nigga we was racing or something.
All I want for my birthday is sweet Jiminy Cricket. You boys are moving back there. Mind telling me what the problem is?
Good afternoon, officer. I just wasn't paying attention to how fast I was going.
How fast you were? Sorry, you were going over 100 in that 30. Oh, brother. Do you guys have license and registration? And also, is this your vehicle?
Yeah, it's mine. This is my mom's name, though. Christina Kelly.
The Kellys, I know them. They're good people. Wait, but they're...
White and I'm black, I know. I'm adopted.
All right, you boys hang tight and I will be back. Hey, wait.
You know what I mean?
My name is Kason Kelly, and based off the intro, I shouldn't have to explain too much. But basically, I was adopted when I was 5, and that's when I moved out here to Philly. And look, I was getting in trouble ever since I was young. And as y'all just saw, about a year ago, I committed my first legal offense. And that had gotten in the way of me playing ball at Ohio State. Because after that news broke out, all of my scholarships were off the table. But one college reached out to me and invited me to play football for them. And I ain't had no other choices, so I took that opportunity with open arms. So while I was supposed to be playing at a powerhouse school, I ended up committing to Florida Atlantic University, and something I thought I'd never be able to say, but now it's time for me to pack my bags and head off to college. Hey man, we finally moved in. We out here in the beautiful state of Florida. I just got done bringing everything in, as y'all can see from the boxes behind me. Now look, y'all, I didn't even know if I'd be starting when I came out here, but some good news after talking to coach. He let me know not only will I be starting, but I'm also the #1 receiver on the depth chart. And even though I got SEC talent playing in the ACC, I'm still overly excited to hear that news. Look, we got a game coming up and I got a legacy to rebuild, so I'm done yapping, man. Let's start this season off right.
East Lansing, Michigan, this afternoon at the place they call the Woodshed, on the banks of the Red Cedar, home to the Michigan State Spartans, where they are ready to start another campaign.
Game #1, man. We got Michigan State. I'm glad to even be on the field, man. I'm finna turn up and make this one to remember. First pass play of the game goes my way, but it is underthrown. A few plays later, he's gonna go my way again on a 3rd and 13, but it's broken up. We get 3 on that board, and so does Michigan State. This time I beat my DB off the line and bring in my first catch of my college career. A few plays later, I got a slant. He's gonna go my way again for that first down, and I'm able to get us up close to that 30. 2nd and 12, I got a short end route. He gonna go my way again. On that 3rd and 4, I got a short comeback route. He might have led me too much, but I'm able to get back upfield for that first down. Now, y'all remember earlier in the video that sports analyst said I had blazing fast speed. Later in the 2nd quarter, I'll be able to showcase that off of this jet sweep. I ain't gonna make it sound like it's all just me, because I definitely had some great blocks. Now it's just a foot race downfield, and they're not able to catch up with me as I get my first collegiate touchdown.
Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football so much.
Score is now 16-3. I got another end route. He gonna hit me again for a gain of 10 yards. Very next play, I'm headed into the inside and break back out. He's gonna find me and get us up past the 50 with that completion. Later, we would end up facing the 3rd and 7. I make a cut inside and pick up that first down for us. So we're able to take that victory on the first game of the season with the score being 29-11. It's a great feeling to start the season off with a dub. Hopefully we can keep that going. And I will finish this game with 8 receptions for 141 yards and 1 touchdown. Game #2 of the season, we got a home game going up against the Army, and y'all see rocking that all red looking tough. 2nd play of the game, QB's gonna go my way on this one, but they read it out perfectly and we lose a yard. But that very next play, I got a quick slant. He gonna hit me for a gain of 6. Coach was impressed last game because he gonna call that jet sweep on a 3rd and 5. And once again, I'm set up with great blocks, easily get that first down. I got one defender to get by, but he's able to bring me down right before the 30. So we go up 3 to Army 0. Backed up in our own end zone on the 2nd and 8. He's going to give it to me again. I'll grab us that first down and much more before being brought down at the 30. Man, that play is dang near guaranteed yard. Defense is expecting me to get the ball on this jet, but it's an option and I'm wide open. He's going to go my way, but I get lit up after a gain of 5 yards. 3rd quarter and we up 6-0, looking to get our first touchdown. I'm struggling getting through that O-line, but finally he gets it to me, and I'm able to grab us 9 yards. A few plays later, I take off, headed into the inside, then cut back out. QB throws up a 50-50 ball, and I come down with it, man. And y'all thought we was done, man. 4th quarter with 3 minutes left, up 9-0. They gonna give me that jet sweep again, and I take off for another big chunk of yards before stepping out close to the 30. 2nd game, we get another dub, man, with the score being 6-12. It was a low-scoring one. I ain't even getting to the end zone, but hey, at least we got another win. And I finished this one with 8 receptions for 126 yards, 0 tutty. Game #3 and also another home game. Even though I ain't playing in the big school, man, I gotta give them their props, but these uniforms be tough. But anyways, man, game #3, we up against FIU. Yeah, man, we got a rivalry game for game #3 of the season. Let's get it cracking. Man, first play of the first drive, I get caught with this weak block in the back. Y'all see me in motion, y'all know what's finna happen, but FIU must have been watching film because they knew that was coming and they bring me down after a gain of 10 yards. Very next play, I beat that DB off the line, headed inside, he's gonna find me and deliver a dot, bringing me down at the 40. Very next play, I'm running across that first down mark, he's gonna give it to me and I get us that first. I start getting busy this drive. A few plays later, I fade out to the left. QB throwing dots today, and I get us down at the 10. We up 7-0. I start off in motion again with that jet sweep, but this time it worked to perfection. I see a whole lot of green in front of me. I'm trying to tell him to pick up that block, but I end up spinning out of that tackle as I'm spun out of bounds right before the 20. A minute left in the second quarter. I fade out to the left again. He's going to throw another dot, but I can't hold on to it through the contact. Very next play, we facing a 3rd and 10. He's going to find me with some open space, and I get that first down and more. Very next play, I'm going to break out to the left again. He's going to deliver another dot, getting us up close to that 30. Later, we would end up facing a 3rd and 15. Guess who's open downfield for that first down? Keeping this drive going. Coming back from halftime, the score is now 7-14. We up. Y'all already see what coach is calling, man. He could call this the whole game and it'll work. Because now I'm taking off down the sideline at the 20, 10, and getting to that end zone for my first touchdown of the game. We start cooking in the second quarter with the score being 7-28, and I receive another dot for my second touchdown of the game. I'm showing out this one.
And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3.
Not even a game no more with the score being 7-35, but I'm found open again for that first down at a 3rd and 15. 3-game winning streak, man. With the score being 7-38, we completely dominated this one. Everybody thought it would have been closer since it's a rivalry, but we turned them boys to a pack. And I end this game with an insane 12 receptions for 252 yards and 2 touchdowns. And after my performance, I ended up winning American Offensive Player of the Week and the National Offensive Player of the Week. Game number 4, we took a trip down to Connecticut to go up against UConn. We just came off a great win, but they are a decent football team, at least in this conference, so this one should be a good one. So UConn will score on their first drive, making it 7-0, as I pick up a big completion, getting past the 40. Very next play, I take off on the inside and cut back out. He goes my way, I get past one defender, showing off my stream, stiff arming one into the dirt, before it being brought down at the 15. Man, that was a mean stiff arm. We only get 3 points off of that drive, and UConn doesn't score, making it 3-7. Coach called that jet sweep, and this one does not work, only getting 2 yards. 45 seconds left in the second quarter, man. They up 14 to our 3. And on the 3rd and 2, coach is going to call it jet sweep again, but this time it worked as I get us up to the 50. Start of the 3rd quarter, I got a slant. He's going to go my way for another nice game. Some plays later, I'm going to start off in motion again, this time faking the handoff to me, but I'm wide open in that end zone. He's going to deliver it for my first touchdown of the game, shortening that gap between us and UConn. Instead of taking a field goal, coach want to go for 2, and then hit my hands in the end zone, but I'm not able to hold on to it. The score remains 9-8. He could have definitely put it up sooner than he did, and I had a chance to make a highlight, but I cannot hold on to that one either. Before you know it, they go up 28-9, and I make the horrible mistake of giving up on my route, allowing him to pick the ball off, and giving them back the ball with great momentum and great field position. So they go up 31 to our 9 points. With a minute left in the 4th, I pick up another reception, and on that 2nd and 1, he's going to go my way again for another decent amount of yards. QB looking my direction again. I get open, popping out to the left and receiving another dot. But it was too little too late, man. UConn walk away with that victory with the score being 31-9. I don't even understand how we could perform so bad, but all we can do now is try to bounce back, man. And I will finish this game with 146 yards off of 10 receptions and 1 touchdown.
Same nigga breaking down hoes left and right. Yo, I was counting up in on a private flight. Yo, all this chrome on my body like a medieval.
Yo, bro, you trying to run?
Yeah, I run with y'all boys. What's the team?
Oh, I know who you is. Ain't you that football player that went viral?
Yeah, that was me.
Dang, you sure is that guy.
You just moved out here?
Yeah, I go to college at FAU.
Hey, bro, you should slide to the club with us tonight.
For sure. I've been looking for something to do. What time y'all going, though?
Probably around 11.
I bet. I'm gonna pop out.
Bet. What's your phone number? Let me lock you in real quick.
I didn't see it, it was just me and Dylan. It was just me and Justin. Grabbing her hair while she taught me might give her concussion. I don't like discussions, I'm tourist for fussing. Look her dead in my eyes and how that bustin'. I ain't never cuffin'. Grip my corner, baby doggy psyched out still. Yeah, baby daddy broke, no need for him to ride a wheel. I put paint on my nails, bitches fucking still. It's so money in my bank that I'm spinning still.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie, fool. I appreciate y'all boys for inviting me out to the club, but I see a little vibe. I'ma try to go get her number. So I'm finna go handle business, and I'ma catch back up with y'all.
Reposted on the blogs, I don't wanna answer calls. I did this shit for my dog.
What's up? You gonna be on your phone all night?
Until my girls get ready to leave.
Yo, girls, what happened? They just left you alone?
Nah, they ain't leave me. I just don't party like that, so.
Ah, okay, I see.
Yeah, everybody don't like to party like you.
What you mean? To be real, I ain't the party type either. I'm only here because I'm new to the city, and I just met these boys, so I pulled up with them. I mean, low key, maybe you could help me get used to the city a little bit. I mean, of course, that's if you down.
Well, I'll think about it.
For sure. You mind if I get your number, though?
Okay, I guess. We'll phone it.
What is up, y'all, man? Welcome back to my second episode. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, I'ma definitely be ready for this upcoming game, cause your boy in good spirits. Y'all seen I just hopped down on something decent, and I got her number. But I'm glad I spoke to her, cause y'all know what the saying is. You miss 100%. No, I ain't. You make 100%. No. You miss 100% of the shots you don't make. No. Man, y'all know what it is. But yeah, man, we ready for this upcoming game. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it.
Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida.
Game number 5 of the season. We are currently sitting at a 3-1 record. Of course, after losing to UConn, but we ready to get this thing back on track, man. And that shouldn't be a hard task because today we're going up against FCS Southeast. Very first play of our drive, I got a short comeback route. I'm trying to work it back upfield, but I only get a gain of 3 yards. Very next play, I see him starting off in motion. He gonna go with that jet sweep. I'm taking the handoff and looking for the hole. I get some great blocks and takeoff. FCS trying to catch up with me, but they will not until I get past that 40-yard mark. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Y'all see we're up 10-0. They gonna go with that sweep again. I see a fair amount of green grass. I juke one defender before I'm brought down close to the 50. Very next play, I got an in route. He gonna go my way as I get us 1 yard short of the first down. Very next play, I got inside leverage on that DB, and the quarterback gonna go my way for another big gain. Then I have another in route for another short amount of yards, being brought down right in front of that first down. Very next play, we headed outside, then cut back inside, trying to get in that end zone, but I'm short. But on that second and goal, they know exactly what to do with that jet sweep, and I'm finding my way into the end zone for an easy touchdown. My first of the game. Third quarter, we up 17-0. I got that same cut out, then cut back in, and I bring us to a second and inches. Later, we would end up facing the 30 inches, and I just go with a comeback route for that first down. Then Coach say it's time for another sweep, and once again it works to perfection as I see an open gap, spin away from one defender before being brought down at that 40. They get a field goal, and now the score is 3-24 as I pick up another reception for 9 yards. Fourth quarter, the score is still 3-24, and they leave a lane straight up the middle, so we're going to take advantage of that. In the very next play, he's going to go my way again as I muscle my way into the end zone for my second touchdown of the game. 30 seconds left in the game, but we facing the 3rd and 18. He gonna go my way for us to get that first down and keep that drive going. And we win this game with the score being 10-31, which is exactly what we expected. I will win player of the game with 197 receiving yards off of 15 catches and 2 touchdowns. And after that performance, I won National Offensive Player of the Week and American Offensive Player of the Week. Game number 6 with a 4-1 record. We are walking into another home game against UNT, the North Texas Eagle, with a 3-2 record, man. Let's go ahead and get this one cracking. We get the ball first, and after a run play, we're at a 2nd and 12, but I'm able to help us out, putting us at a 3rd and 2. A few plays later, I'm open on the sideline. He gonna find me, deliver a dot before I'm shoved out before the 30.
I expect to see more run plays coming up.
At this time, they decide to call that jet sweep, and I see a little bit of open space. I make one juke and get past one defender before being brought down.
And they really were in it.
We are now up 14-0, but off of this tip pass, he gonna get that interception. I'm right there to make the tackle, but the momentum is switched.
And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Luckily, they don't score in the first play of us being back on the field. I got a comeback route, and I get upfield for a gain of 9 yards. Back to back, I got that same exact route, and I'm gonna pick up that first down for us. Very next play, I got an out route. He gonna go my way again, and I make a nice catch before stepping out of bounds. A few plays later, he jammed me so bad at the line, I'm out of bounds. And I ain't even call for it, but he's still gonna try to force one and throw another interception. So they go down and score off of that pick, and I got another out route. He gonna go my way to get us out of 3rd and 2. A few plays later, they playing off man coverage. I find an open gap. He's gonna go my way, and I pick up a nice chunk of yards. Coming back from halftime, the score is now 10-14. They catching up. Coach gonna go with that jet sweep, and I'll pick up a nice amount of yards, about 15 or 16 before getting out of bounds. Eventually, UNT will come back and take the lead with the score being 17-14, and your boy threw another interception. 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and they are up 24-14, but I got a short comeback route, and I'm going to make some work off of that, getting us past the 40. Very next play, QB going to find me open again off of this in route for a nice gain of 15. Finally get close to that end zone, and I'm working to get open. Somehow, this man grabbed a sliding interception, bro. QB threw 4 picks this game, and they were all targeting me.
Should be the nail in the coffin. What a good
score is still 24-14 with 17 seconds left on the clock, and I grab another reception. But man, we end up losing that game with the score being 14-24, losing our 2nd game of the season. I finished this game with 12 receptions for 166 yards and 0 touchdowns. 7th game of the season, we up against another Texas school, UTSA. Hopefully we can just get back on track, man. The whole offense got to get back on track, especially the QB. That boy threw 4 picks last game. Definitely gonna have to clean that up. Our first possession of the game, I'm headed upfield and I'm gonna cut back in. He's gonna go my way, but it gets swatted. I then would go with a slant. He gonna go my way again, but this time I bring that one in for a gain of 7. A few plays later, I got an in route, but he ain't looking my way, so I cut back out. He's gonna deliver, getting us up past the 30. So we go up 7-0, and coach gonna call that jet sweep, but they was watching film, man. They brought me down in the backfield, losing a total of 4 yards. It's all good, because that very next play, I'm gonna fade inside, then cut back out. He gonna deliver a dot and get us up past the 1st down. This is the next possession. The score is still 7-0. He gonna go with that jet sweep again, and this time I make a little something out of it, gaining 6 yards. Very next play, I cut inside. He gonna go my way, but I can't hold on to it through the contact. I then have another inside slant. He gonna throw another dot, flip past one defender before being brought down past that 50. 2nd and 10, I fade out to the left and cut back inside and hold on to it for a short gain of 3 yards. It is now the 3rd quarter. The score is tied up 7-7. I make another good reception and pick up a decent amount of yards. 2nd and 10, I break in after 5 yards and bring this upfield for that 1st down. Low-key been cooking off of the slants. I got it again. Of course, it's completed. 4th quarter, the score is 10-7, a low-scoring game. We backed up in our own end zone. I'm going to get that handoff and try to make something out of it, but I'm not able to get through that first tackle, only picking up 3 yards. Very next play, that DB pressing, and I'm wide open, but he overthrew me, man. That was probably a touchdown. So they tied up with the score being 10-10. We're trying to move down that field. He's going to go my way for another nice game. And on that 2nd and inches, he's looking for me again on this in route. 18 seconds left in the 4th, trying to keep this from going to overtime. I fight to get open and bring in that completion. And with 11 seconds left, I beat that DB off of the press. He's going to go my way again, and I get us inside that 10-yard line. And, of course, I'm thinking we're going to go for that field goal and win, but instead we go to overtime. Coach going to put the ball in my hands. I'm easily getting past all that defense and getting to that end zone, put us on top in overtime, scoring my first touchdown of the game.
They jump on top here in OT.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous.
UTSA end up taking the lead, and all we need to do is get into that end zone. He's going to put it in my hands again. I'm forced to cut inside where I am stopped short. So we lose our 3rd game of the season, our 2nd game in a row. The score being 20-22, and what makes it hurt even worse is that I could have changed it all. But man, we just got to keep moving forward. But I still had a good game with 16 receptions for 191 yards and 1 touchdown. Game number 8 of the season, trying to bounce back after taking another hard loss, our second loss back-to-back, and third of the season, going up against a school down here in Florida with us, the USF Bulls. Coach ain't wasting no time, man. Second play of the game, he gonna put the ball in my hands off a jet sweep. I got me some great blocks, and I see Green downfield. One of my guys missed that tackle, so I have to make a move to get past him, which winds up getting me tackled at the 30. So we don't score on the first drive, and this is our second drive. Second and 4, he gonna give me the ball again. But this time, it's only good for 3 yards. A few plays later, he gonna throw a risky pass to me that gets broken up. Very next play, they're gonna put me back in motion for that jet sweep. This time, I don't have a lot of field to work with it. I try to fight my way for that first down, but I'm brought down 2 yards short. 3rd and 5, I got a short slant. He gonna go my way, and I'm able to get past one tackle before being brought down close to that 50. Later that drive, we end up facing the 3rd and 10. He gonna go my way for that first down, and I bring it in. A few plays later, I take off upfield and break out to the left. He gonna go my way, and I get us inside that 10-yard line. Third quarter, we are now down 7-3. He gonna go my way close to that end zone, and I bring it in. Very next play, I take a step inside and break out to the left for my first touchdown of the game, putting us back on top. USF is going to go up again 14-10, and I got an out route on the 3rd and 10 that I'm going to snag with one hand. A few plays later, I'm going to get that handoff off a jet sweep, get past one defender. I got some great blocks set up, juke another defender, and I'm brought down at the 30. We go up 17-14. He's going to go my way again off of the slant for that first down and more. Aim is now tied at 17s, and I'm looking to get that first down. He's going to deliver a dot, keeping this drive alive. Don't score on that drive, and the score is still 17-17. In the fourth quarter, I'm going to catch another reception. And next play, I got a short end route. He's going to put it on the money, giving us a gain of 8 yards. After taking 2 losses back-to-back, we are finally able to get another win with the score being 24-17. Now, hopefully, we can keep this win streak going because I was starting to lose hope, I ain't gonna lie. And for player of the game, I would end up winning it with 15 catches for 205 yards and 1 touchdown. Cookie.
My heart is hard to carry after dark. Y'all to blame for what we could have been, cause look at what we are. Your friends are scared to tell you you went too far.
Bro, why do they keep blowing up my phone?
Is it your parents calling you?
Nah, it's my homeboys back home. I told them niggas I'd be at the movies. How was it? What is up with these dudes, man? They been blowing my line all night.
Okay, maybe you should answer it. It could be an emergency.
Nah, you low-key right. I'm gonna call them boys when I get to the crib. But for now, it's about me and you. Yo, you good, gang? Y'all boys been blowing me up crazy.
Bro, what's going on? I've been calling you.
I see that, nigga. That's what I'm trying to see. Is everything cool?
Bro, Bino just got shot, dawg. He at the hospital right now. I just told Tiz I'm finna head over there.
Bro, what? How'd that even happen? Like, what went on?
Man, nigga, I don't even know. But I'm gonna keep you in the loop, though, for sure.
Yeah, make sure you let me know, bro.
Alright, for sure, for sure.
What's up, y'all boys, man? Welcome back to my 3rd episode. And as y'all just seen, your boy was having a good little night. I was able to take Shawty out on a little date, the girl I met last video. But things just took a crazy turn, man. I just found out one of my homeboys back in Philly just got shot. And I don't know how bad it is yet, but as y'all heard, my dog said he gonna keep me updated. I'm just hoping it's something he can recover from and be good. And the worst part about it, playing the last games of the season. And somehow I'm just supposed to forget about what's going on while I'm on the field. And that is gonna be a hard task, I'm already knowing. But hopefully, I can hear something back soon and something good so I can calm my nerves. But anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this game. Alright, man, here we are, game number 9 of the season. And we are up against the East Carolina Pirates. Now, y'all seen last video, we went on a little bit of a losing streak, but we bounced back at the last game of the last video. Hopefully, we can get another dub. Our first drive of the game, and we already facing the 3rd and 6, and he goes my way for that first down, but I cannot hold on to it. Next drive, facing another 3rd down, I'm fading out to the left, and he's gonna underthrow me. 2 drives, and we ain't been able to get nothing going, but I'm gonna get that jet sweep, but that defense is gonna get to me after only gaining 2 yards. Second quarter, and not either of us has been able to get a point on the board. I'm gonna get that handoff again, and this time I make something of it, even giving the defender a stiff arm, but I step out of bounds. 2nd and 10, I'm able to get us a gain of 6. We end up getting 3 points off of that drive. East Carolina still has 0, but they don't figure out this jet sweep. Before you know it, we end up facing another 3rd down at a 3rd and 10. I fade out to the left, bring in that dot, juke to the inside before being brought down past the 40. We were able to get another field goal, making it 6-0. QB can't find nobody open, so I fade out to the left and make a crazy head tap catch. And that catch right there put me over 1,500 receiving yards. Man, I'm just grateful. And this might be one of the craziest things y'all seen in college football, but I just gave an assist to my teammate. And to make it even better, he took that all the way to the crib. Coach said we going for that 2-point conversion, and I'm wide open in that end zone. The 2-point try is good. We wasn't done trying that jet sweep. He gonna give it to me one more time, and I get set up with some great blocks this time, using my speed to get past defenders, cutting to the inside, juking out one defender before being brought down past that 30. Up 21-0. We're now facing a 3rd and 15, and he gonna hit me for that 1st down, and I bring it in. So we walk into their trap and take over their trap, with the score being 24-7, a good win that we definitely needed. Now I finished this game with 9 receptions for 131 yards and 0 touchdowns, but I did get a 2-point conversion. Game number 10, man. We back in my hometown of Philly, so it's only right that I show out. I know my extended family and all my friends gonna be here, so yeah, man, let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. So they get the ball first and don't score. But the first play of our first drive, he gonna go my way and get 9 yards. A few plays later, we got the jet sweep. A receiver couldn't hold his block, and I only get 2 yards. Very next play, I'm headed inside, then fade out to the left. He's gonna go my way. I get us up close to the 20. Score is now 7-3. I got a short in route. He gonna go my way. I'm able to get us a gain of 8 yards. 3rd and 2. I'm trying to get open. He gonna go my way again, but I cannot hold on to that through the contact. Down at the red zone, he gonna fade one up to the end zone, but I cannot hold on to that one either. Very next play, he gonna go right back to me, and man, he broke that one up too. We don't even score on that drive, but they don't either, and yet another drop pass. Very next play, I break out to the left. He's gonna go my way again, and finally I'm able to hold on to it and even get us some yards after the catch. A minute 30 left in the half. I'm cutting to the outside again. He's gonna go my way for another reception. I'm brought down right outside the 1st down. 20 seconds left in the half, and they go up 10-7. I'm trying to work off of this jet sweep. I juke inside, get some open space before being brought down past the 40. Started the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, we're going to go with that jet sweep again, and this time I'm able to work it up for about 9 yards. And on that 3rd and 1, I got a short in route. He's going to go my way for that 1st down. And later on the 3rd and 13, I fade to the inside. He's going to go my way again for that 1st down. Keeping this drive moving, I would end up being found with a lot of open field and pick up a huge gain. Very next play, he playing off-man coverage. I fade out to the left, and this was nearly intercepted, but I'm able to come down with it and get my 1st touchdown of the game. Man, I ain't gonna lie, it felt good to score at my hometown. So the defense is able to keep tempo from scoring, so we go up 14-10, and I juke on the inside, breaking a few ankles before being brought down close to that 50. Score is now 21-16. I got a short in route, try to fight out of that tackle, but I end up being brought down for a gain of 9. And I'll follow that up with an easy pass for that 1st down. Ain't nothing new, man. We got that jet sweep again, and I get set up with some great blocks. I see nothing but daylight, but y'all can tell I got dead legs because I end up getting caught, but at least I got a good game. So we are able to get that dub in my hometown of Philly with the score being 24-22. It was a close one, but at least we came out on top. It ain't seem like it with all those drop passes, but I actually put on a show with 16 receptions for 215 yards and 1 touchdown. We are now at the 11th game of the season, back at home and ready to get another dub. In this game, we are up against Charlotte. We get the ball first, and on the 2nd and 5, I start off in motion, and then I fade out to get open. He gonna go my way, but underthrow it because he got hit. But on the 3rd and 5, I got a short in route. He gonna go my way for that 1st down and more. Later that drive on the 1st down, I fade out to the left. He gonna go my way again, and I get us right there by that end zone. We go up 7, and Charlotte adds 3 to their board. Coach says it's time for that jet sweep, but I only get 3 off of this one. Very next play, I got a slant. He gonna go my way again, and I get us right there in front of that 40. We end up facing the 2nd and 17. He don't give me that jet sweep off the touch pass. I try to spin out of that tackle, but he's able to bring me down after a gain of 12 yards. I did lose some clips on this game, so we're in the 4th quarter now, and I got another jet sweep. I get set up with some nice blocks off the jump. And as y'all see, there's nobody for me to beat as I make my way into the end zone for my 3rd touchdown of the night.
And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
So we get another dub with the score being 9-44. Man, we blew them boys out the water. And that's the type of wins we like to see. And I end up winning player of the game with a crazy 256 yards off of 12 catches and 3 touchdowns, man. Last game of the regular season, and we up against Tulsa. We looking to go out there and whoop them boys like we did the last game. So let's go ahead and hop into it, man. First play of the game off the rip. I'm wide open down the seam. I break this one off for a good game. Coming off a big game, and I'm feeling good. I got that jet sweep. I'm going to cut up the middle, get past one defender, and be brought down past the 30. A few plays later, I got an inside slant. He going to go my way, and I get us right there in front of that end zone. Score is 7-7, and I don't know why I jumped to try to catch this, but they get knocked out. 2nd and 9, I got another inside slant. He going to go my way for that 1st down. And then a few plays later, I'm going to start off in that jet sweep motion, then fade out to the right. He going to throw a dot. I'm able to get us up past the 10. We score, and so did they. With the score being 14-14, he going to throw this ball too far behind me on his comeback route. We lose 5 yards. They now go up 21-14. I fade out to the left for another big gain. Very next play, I'm headed upfield for 10 yards, then cut inside and receive another dot. A few plays later, man, I got a house call, but he going to overthrow it, but they do get caught with that flag. Score is now 21-28. We ain't getting nothing working with this jet sweep. 3rd and 6, and I'm cutting out to the left side. He throw it up in the air, but I cannot hold on to it through that contact. That's something I'm going to have to work on. They go up 31 to our 21. I bring in another good reception. Headed into the inside, he going to throw another dot my way. I get us up past that 30 with this one. Jet sweep, he going to give me that touch pass. Everybody doing their job and holding their blocks. And I just got 10 yards left, but I'm not able to get into that end zone. So for some reason, I ain't see the field again until we was in overtime. Score is 31-34. So we either have to score or get that field goal. We start off in a jet sweep, and I'm only able to get us 4 yards off of this one. And on that 3rd and 6, man, very next play, I'm faded into the inside. He gonna squeeze a pass between 2 defenders, which winds up intercepted, and we lose for the 4th time this season. With the score being 31-34. So yeah, man, we end up closing out the season with a loss. But overall, I had a good day with 13 receptions for 163 yards. I did not get into that end zone. Now, after going 8-4 on the season, we were invited to play in the Military Bowl against SMU. But before we get to that, man, let me show y'all the awards I won. I did win the Best Receiver Award, 1st Team All-American, 2nd Team All-American, and a Freshman All-American. So overall, I did have a pretty good season. Y'all see the stat line, 146 receptions with 2,189 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns. I mean, I went crazy if you ask me.
We're at the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium to see who will come out victorious in the Military Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs.
Last game of my freshman season, man. So I start this game off right. DB's playing to the inside, so I fade out to the left, receive a dot for a big gain. Very next play, I go 10 yards upfield, cut to the inside, then fade back upfield, receive another dot, and get us up close to that 10-yard mark. Starting off my first playoff game to perfection. Hey, next play, we going with that jet sweep, and what can I say, man? They holding their blocks, and I make my way into that end zone. My first touchdown of the game on the first drive of the game. Score is now 7-3. SMU scored a field goal, and we going with that jet sweep again. I see a lot of green grass, making a huge play before being brought down close to that 50.
would expect him to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine.
So we go up 14-3, and on the 3rd and 13, he gonna go my way, but he underthrows it. We gonna have to punt. Started the third quarter, the score is now 14-10. We got another jet sweep, but they somewhat sniffed this one out and I only gained 6 yards. 2nd and 9, and I'm cutting out to the left again. He gonna throw another dot, and I wound up a yard short of the first down. A few plays later, I'm gonna start off in jet motion again. I get caught up behind the O-line a tad bit. QB throws to me in the flat, and I'm able to bring this one up past the first down. 2nd and 6, and we got that same play call again. He gonna go my way, and this time he bring me down a yard short of the first. A few plays later, I fade to the inside and cut out to the left. He throws another dot, getting us a yard short of the red zone. 2nd and goal, I got a short inside slant. Now I'm not able to muscle my way in for that touchdown. Score is 17-16 with 19 seconds left on the clock. We got another jet sweep. Offense do their job holding those blocks, and all I got is one person to beat, and I do as I make my way into the end zone for my 2nd touchdown of the game. Yeah, it was kind of unsportsmanlike, but I'm trying to make my first playoff game one to remember. One that many of y'all didn't see coming. We win the Military Bowl with the score being 24-16 against SMU. And I definitely left my mark on this game, winning player of the game with 12 receptions for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns, man.
Look. Creek. Same nigga breaking down hoes left and right. Yo, I was counting up in on a private flight. Yo, all this chrome on my body like a medieval knight. I was f***ing up a like on that purple Sprite. Yeah, all my beneficial, even told a pistol. Yo.
Son, why are you up so early, man? You're gonna stress yourself out. I understand you're thinking of your next move, but honestly, I think you need to give yourself a rest.
Good, Pops. I ain't gonna stress myself out, I promise. I just gotta get a few things situated, that's it.
Yeah, I hear you. You're gonna make the right decision, don't you worry about that.
Yeah, I know. It's just sometimes I second guess myself, wondering if I showed these coaches enough throughout my freshman year.
Plenty of coaches seen how talented you are, and you seen plenty of them already reached out to you.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. I just gotta wrap this up real quick.
All right, but don't be on this computer all day. Get out and do something, man.
Dang, my boys. I did not miss none of y'all niggas. It's like, nah, what's happening?
That boy back in town. Boy, what's up with it?
Yeah, I can't lie, bro. It felt good to be back home. I ain't really like it in Florida like that.
Did you get a chance to go see Bino?
Yeah, that was one of the first things I did when I got back. And y'all low-key wrong for not telling me he got shot in his butt cheek.
And I seen you killing that on that field. But if we be honest, bruh, we all know you was not staying at Florida Atlantic. So where you finna go?
Man, to be honest, I don't even know that answer yet. But I got it knocked down to 2 schools. See, I just gonna have to wait and see.
Bruh, he don't make us wait like that. I thought we was locked in.
Nah, but for real though, while you down here, we gonna go hit the city or something. See what's going.
What is good, y'all boys? Welcome to my sophomore season. Hey, look, if y'all been following, then y'all know y'all boys coming off a great freshman season at Florida Atlantic. But hey, man, we all knew I wasn't gonna stay there for my whole college career. So yes, I did enter that transfer portal with the quickness. And I ain't gonna lie, due to me balling out my freshman season, I had a lot of good choices, such as Miami, Florida, Oregon, and I had to do some real hard thinking. And right when I was settled on what school I'm going to, I got another offer. And for my career, this was the best route to take. They just lost some outstanding talent, and they need some new talent to come in. So I'm excited to announce to y'all that after speaking with Coach Primetime Deion Sanders, yep, your boy's going to Colorado. Your boy has finally moved in out here in the mountains of Colorado, and instead of me staying on campus, my parents chimed in and got me a little spot out here. It ain't nothing too crazy, but it's better than staying in the dorm rooms. So yeah, I already spoke with Coach and everything, and he's excited to have me out here, and just like him, I'm excited to get out on that field and put on a show.
Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you
First game of my sophomore season, y'all boys. At a completely different environment, totally different playbook, better competition. Man, let's just see how well I perform. In this game, we up against Georgia Tech, and they R&D ranked number 19. First play of our drive at a 1st and 10. I got a short comeback route, and he kind of throw that one off target. We don't score on our first drive, but neither does Georgia Tech, and I pick up my first reception of the game. Very next play, I got that same exact route. He gonna go my way again, and I quickly grab my second reception. Very next play, I got a fade route. He gonna lob it up, and I risk my life trying to catch that. 2nd and 10, I got an out route. He gonna go my way again, getting us a yard short of the first down. Very next play, me and the quarterback clicking as I fade out to the left and get my first touchdown of my sophomore season. Hopefully, this is one of many. Georgia Tech still hasn't scored. On a 3rd and 10, I fade out to the left again, cut up field before being pushed out close to that 40. Very next play, I'm fading to the inside and cutting back out again for another reception. A few plays later, I got an inside slant. He gonna hit me for that first down. Very next play, they showing man but playing zone. I got another fade and he gonna throw it up. Luckily, he missed that tackle, and I'm able to bring this up past the 10. So we're able to go up 14 at Georgia Tech 0, and we're late in the second quarter trying to make a big play. I'm headed off downfield, get in front of that DB, and the QB lets one rip downfield, and man, I come down with it at the 10. Y'all boys, I'm in love with this atmosphere, man. Y'all hear the difference in the crowd and everything. Y'all see I'm getting hype after that big play. Heading into the 3rd quarter, they finally able to get a touchdown with the score being 7-17. I grab another nice game, and that very next play, I'm just getting open and get that first down, and I do. 2nd and 10, I'm wide open on the left side of the field. He gonna go my way, but I'm not able to hold on to this through the contact. So we don't score on for that last drive, and neither do they. Right here, I'll make a nice dive and catch. And before you know it, we inside the 20. I fade out to the left again. He gonna throw another one up my way. He whipped on that tackle, but I step out of bounds for another nice reception. Sticking to my route in the red zone, but he don't see me open, so I cut back inside and get my second touchdown of the game. Man, I'm having one to remember. Yeah, I know I had to hit Shadour's signature pose. We up 24-7. He gonna go to me right off the snap. I juke one defender before being suplexed into the ground. 3rd and 8, I got an inside route. He gonna go my way again for that first down. The very next play, he gonna throw a dot to the left side of the field, and I come down with that one too. First game of the season, man. We bring an upset to Georgia Tech with the score being 20-31. Starting this season off perfect. And me personally, I had a great opening game. Winning player of the game with 18 catches for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns, man. Your boy is cooking. And I really don't know how this happened, y'all. For the second game of the season, we played UTEP, and the final score was 31-10. And for me, I had 14 receptions for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns again. Still going crazy. Game number 3 of the season, coming off of 2 good wins. We put ourselves in the rankings, being ranked number 15. And for this game, we up against Wyoming, and I'm trying to put up another crazy stat line. So we get the ball first this game, and on the 2nd and 9, I fade out to the right. He gonna throw a dot to get us outside the 40. A few plays later, I had a short comeback route, but I turned this into an in route. He gonna put it on the money once again, and I bring this upfield for a nice game. We score on that drive, and Wyoming gets a field goal, making it 7-3. I juke a defender out his shoes before being brought down for a gain of 5. End of the second quarter, and the score still remains 7-3. I got a slant. He gonna go my way, and I pick up a big gain. 2nd and 7, I got a short comeback route. I'm gonna try to cut this one upfield, but I'm brought down the yard short of the first. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. I got another comeback route, but he led me too much, and I only pick up a gain of 4. And with 15 seconds left, he gave me too much space. I fed out to the left and get my first touchdown of the game. 3rd quarter, and we got the lead with it being 10-7. I'm trying to get into that end zone, but I'm brought down 2 yards short. So we did score, but missed the PAT with the score being 16-7 as I receive another dot. 2nd and 10, I'm headed inside to cut up field. He gonna go my way again for another gain of 9 yards. So we scored again, and coach want to go for that 2-point conversion, and the QB goes my way, and we get that one with ease. So we're able to win this game with the score being 14-30. Just excited to get another win. And I finished this game with 11 receptions for 114 yards and 1 touchdown and an extra point conversion. Game number 4 of the season, going 3-0. We are now ranked number 10, but we do got a good opponent with it being Iowa State. So hopefully, man, we can keep that win streak going. We get the ball first, and on the 2nd and 3, I got an inside slant. He gonna go my way for that first down and more. Very next play, I got a fade, so I'm headed downfield, and the QB is looking my way. He gonna air one deep, and I could not grab this one, but the ref does throw a flag.
but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference.
We did not score on that drive, and neither did Iowa State, as I grab another nice reception for a gain of 12. Second quarter, and we finally marching down that field. And I'm just trying to get open. He gonna go my way, but I only pick up a gain of 1. But it's all good because the very next play, I got an inside slant. He gonna go my way, and I get us close to that 10. And on that very next play, I'm trying to get open any way I can, so I cut back to the inside, and I get my first touchdown of the game. Iowa still hasn't scored, with the score being 0-7, as I catch a nice pass after being backed up in our own end zone. Very next play, trying to move up that field, I got another out route, and he gonna throw a dot. 2nd and 14, I'm cutting to the inside and fade back out to the left. It wasn't a dot, but I'm able to adjust and get us up past that 30. Very next play, I get a step on that DB off the line. QB looks my way on the inside, and I pick up another big gain. Very next play, I'm headed into the inside, cut back upfield, and fade out to the left. He's gonna throw another dot.
And you see on that play the confidence that he...
DB going through it all night. I got another comeback route, and he's going to wrestle me down after a gain of 6. A minute 40 left in the third, and the score is 21-0. I'm surprised they still haven't scored, but I pick up another nice reception. In the very next play, I'm headed off downfield. He's going to lob one up, and this would have been a beautiful play, but he overthrew it, man. Very next play, I got another fade route. I'm headed downfield. He's going to lob it up again. This time it winds up intercepted.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
And they actually do score off of that interception, with the score being 7-21. But I'm headed off downfield again. This time he throw a back shoulder, and I bring that one in. 3rd and 23 in the 4th quarter now. We trying to convert that first down, but he gonna leave me too much. Score is now 14-21. We trying to put this thing to rest, and I convert this first down. I always started to try to make a comeback, but it was too late, with the score being 14-21, and we are now on a 4-game winning streak, man. Going crazy. And I will finish this one with 14 receptions for 185 yards and a touchdown. Another crazy game for me.
Alright guys, there's absolutely no way we can just skip past the hottest topic in college football. And yes, y'all know exactly what, or who I should say, I'm talking about. Kason Kelly, who transferred from Florida Atlantic to join Coach Primetime Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffs, had been going insane for the start of his sophomore season. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Over 200 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns on his first game. Just unheard of. His dominance was a shocker to many watching the games, but honestly, if you take a look at his stats from his freshman season, he was still a very top-tier receiver, but, I know, playing in a smaller division, it can be really hard to make noise. But man, I think he knows he's on a bigger stage now and is taking full advantage of it. I can't wait to see how this season for him unfolds.
What is up, y'all boys? Welcome back to my 2nd episode. And as y'all just seen, we starting off on the right track, because your boy is a trending topic in college football. I mean, if we all being honest, I have been going crazy. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and watch the first episode. But anyways, aside from that good news, I got some more good news, probably even better. At least for me. So y'all remember Shotty I had met in Florida, right? Well, don't get jealous when I tell y'all this, because I know a lot of y'all couldn't even do it. But I was able to convince her to come visit me out here in Colorado. Your boy was getting lonely, I can't lie. But yeah, I just got word her flight finna land. So I'm finna go scoop. I'll catch y'all later. Hey man, I'ma go and keep it real. Soon as I seen Shotty, my day got better. We ain't really do too much, we was just chopping it up really, trying to learn more about each other. But nah man, she a vibe for real. Hey look, everything going good for your boy. I'm in high spirits, feeling like I'm on top of the world. But I gotta stay level-headed because the season just started, and I gotta keep up that same energy.
From Steve Slayton to Pat White to Pat McAfee, they love their mountain.
Game number 5 of the season, y'all boys. We up against West Virginia, coming off a 4-game winning streak. Man, we couldn't feel better. And y'all already know the type of season I've been having. So let's go ahead and get into this one. So we get the ball first, and on the 2nd and 7, we got the quick out. I try to make a move on the defense, but he bring me down after a gain of 4. Very next play out of 3rd and 3, I got a quick comeback route just to pick up that first down, and I do. A few plays later, I'm headed upfield and cut inside, and I just stopped trying to get open. He gonna deliver a dot for a nice gain. Marching down that field, we facing the 3rd and 2. I cut inside again. He gonna deliver another dot, bringing us downfield. It is now 2nd quarter, and we up 3-0. I was actually open, but I don't know who bro was throwing to, putting us at a 3rd and 10. So we don't do nothing with that drive, but we got the ball back with 2 minutes left in the second as I make a nice easy grab. 3rd and 7, looking to convert. I got another comeback route. He gonna fire my way. I don't think we was on the same page. But we still hold West Virginia to 0. Get the ball back with a minute left in the second, and I pick up another nice game. Very next play, I got an inside slant. He gonna hit me for this one. 3rd quarter with 2 minutes left. We got another quick out, but he gonna bring me down for a loss of 1. But it's all good, because on the 3rd and 11, I switch up the route and fade out to the left for that 1st down. Before you know it, we end up facing the 3rd and 16. I fake cutting to the inside and fade out to the left, but I am a yard short. Score still remains 10-3 in the 4th quarter. We gonna go my way again on the end route, and I bring this one up for a decent game. Very next play, I'm headed upfield, fading to the inside and cut back out for an easy gain of 14 yards. Very next play, I'm laid off that line, but I still get open and I pick up a gain of 10. Trying to get my first touchdown of the game, I fade out to the left again and get up for that one. And a few plays later with 3:30 left in the game, I get past that DB way too easy and get my first touchdown of the game, man. West Virginia went down and scored 2. Now the score is 17-10. We gonna air one out downfield. He gonna throw an interception, but thank God it did not count because that safety had gotten away in my route.
They down, but that great defensive play might be over.
Of course, we gonna take them free yards. Now we starting off close to the 50, and I'm gonna bring us further than that field with this nice completion. So we was able to move out in front and score on that last drive with the score being 24-17. Man, they was trying to make a comeback and they got close, but it wasn't enough time. So we're able to win our 5th game in a row. And for me, I had another insane performance with 16 catches for 193 yards and 1 touchdown. Moving on to game number 6, we got TCU. That ain't gonna be no easy team to put down, but hey man, we in high spirits right now. On a winning streak, going crazy. Looking forward to taking another dub. And we moved all the way up to rank number 6. Right off the bat, man, my boy ran this one all the way down to a 1st and goal. Try and get into that end zone on the 2nd and goal. I juke inside and cut out to the left. I don't have enough for the tutty. Immediately, we go up 7-0. I'm switching my route up, trying to get open. He gonna find me, and with this reception, I pick up a gain of 8 yards. Very next play, I got a go route. I'm taking off downfield. He gonna lob one up, but it winds up being intercepted. And I ain't gonna lie, I called for it, so I could take the blame for that one. So the defense was able to hold him to only a field goal. With the score being 7-3, I'd make a nice diving catch. For some reason, I don't check back in till 17 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. We down 20-7 somehow. And he throws another interception. I did not call for that one. Now in the 3rd quarter, man, the score is 7-23, but I do pick up another nice reception. Very next play, I ain't gonna lie, I did see a little bit of PI, but the ref didn't. This winds up incomplete. Looking like we getting some momentum going. The 2nd and 10, I cut inside, he gonna throw it my way. I'm able to bring this one up close to the 40. Man, started the 4th quarter, and it's just getting worse and worse. Score is now 7-30 as I pick up another decent amount of yards. TCU is playing very physical defense, and they're gonna get called for another pass interference. After that call, we get bumped up to the 50. I pick up another reception and try to cut loose, being brought down close to the 15. Score is now 13-33. I had a curl, but he didn't throw it, so I cut it inside. He gonna go my way. I pick up a gain of 15. 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. I'm headed downfield to make a cut inside. He gonna deliver a dot down the middle, and I come up with it. So we take our first loss of the season in horrible fashion. I want to know what happened while I was out when they went up 20-7, because that just set us back the rest of the game. So yeah, man, we got whooped by TCU, but I had a pretty solid performance with 9 receptions for 138 yards, 0 touchdowns.
All of college football, mostly because
after taking our first loss of the season, man, we just focus on getting back right. There's no reason we should have lost the way we did. If it was a close one, then alright, but we got demolished by TCU. This game ain't gonna be no easier since we up against Utah. And after taking that loss, we got pushed back to being ranked number 18. A minute left in the first quarter. The score is still 0-0. We start to drive off, push back in our own end zone, but I'm able to get us some good yards in that first down. QB took a sack, and now we're at a 2nd and 18. I cut out to the left and pick up some much-needed yards. Can't get nothing going on that drive. This is the next drive. Second quarter, the score is still 0-0, but I come down with a big reception. In the very next play, I'm fading to the inside and cutting back out to the left for another dot. 2nd and 8, I'm trying to get into that inside, and I do. He's going to deliver another heater. I drew got a 1 tackle before being brought down inside the 20. Moving us down that field, man, I'm going to cut out to the left again. He's going to throw another dot, getting us inside the 10. Few plays later at a 2nd and goal, they playing horrible defense. I'm wide open for my first touchdown of the game. Man, love me or hate me, they gotta respect me because I put that drive together dang near by myself.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working.
We go up 7-0 with 50 seconds left in the second quarter. I know he had to see bro standing right there, but he gonna throw it anyway, which winds up picked off. Start of the third quarter, the score is now tied at 7, and he gonna force another pass my way, and that gets intercepted also. Now, I don't know what's going on with my QB. Maybe he got some personal problems going on, but he gotta lock in. Luckily, that don't score, and it's still 7-7. He gonna throw it my way. Ball gets tipped and intercepted for his 3rd of the game. I ain't gonna lie, that was probably on me because I quit on my route, so I can take the blame for that one. But they don't score again, so it's still 7-7. I'm able to get behind that defense and pick up a nice game. 2nd and 8, I got a comeback route. He gonna throw it too far behind me. I'm not able to bring that one in. Very next play on that 3rd and 8, I'm headed upfield for 10 yards, then cut back. I do catch this one, but I'm not paying attention to my feet, and I wind up inches short of the first down. 3rd and 10, backed up in our own end zone again. I get us that first down. And I didn't see the field again until it was a minute left in the fourth quarter, where I pick up another good reception. Very next play on a 2nd and inches, I'm wide open for a big gain down the sideline, but he overthrew me, and my hand tipped the ball up, and they cut another interception, bro. Who are these DBs? Please let me know. And man. A low-scoring game. Utah end up taking that victory with a field goal. We go on to lose our 2nd game in a row. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, we gonna have to lock in, man. We was just ranked number 6. Then we got bumped back to 18. Ain't no telling what it is now. But I did all right with 11 receptions for 154 yards and 1 touchdown.
The Little Apple, where they have taken a large bite out of college football.
Facing another good team, man. For the 8th game of the season, we up against Kansas. Coming off a 2-game losing streak, we are not trying to take a 3rd loss, especially not in a row. Our ranking has now been pushed back to number 23, while Kansas is ranked number 18. So we get the ball first, and off the bat, coach want to put the ball in the air. I had a go route, but I decided to just get open and pick up a big gain. A few plays later, I'm going to pop out to the left. He going to throw a dot, and I try to bring this one upfield, but I'm dragged out at the 20. We go up 7-0. First play of the second drive, I risked my career for this kid, but it's broken up. We ain't do nothing with that last drive, but Kansas State went and tied it at 7 as I grab us a gain of 11. Very next play, I got an in route. He going to go my way, throw a dot, and I bring this one in for another gain of 11. Moving down that field, and now we're facing the 3rd and 8. Trying to keep this drive alive, he gonna go my way, and I bring this in for the first down. Now these quick outs barely be working. He gonna go my way again. This time I'm able to break 1 tackle and pick up that 5 yards we needed for the first. Very next play, I'm fading to the inside and cut back out to the left, getting us up past the 20. Before you know it, we at the 10. I go to my signature, cutting inside and popping out. It's open once again for my first touchdown of the game, putting us back on top. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. The game is now tied 14-14. I pick up another nice catch. Very next play, I got an inside route. He gonna go my way again for a short gain of 9. For that first down, I just got a short comeback route. He gonna go my way, and I pick up that first. 2nd and 4, try and get into that end zone before halftime. I'm gonna pick up another nice reception on the left side. A few plays later, with 1:20 left in the half, I'm gonna make a cut inside. He gonna throw a heater, giving me my 2nd touchdown of the game, giving us that lead once again. It's looking like we starting to click.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does.
So we up 21-14. Kansas don't score, and we get the ball back with 20 seconds left in the half. I pick up another nice game. They playing off man coverage, giving me enough space to grab an extra 10 yards. 8 seconds left in the half. I'm cutting back out to the left. He gonna throw my way. Defense played that perfectly, and they get an interception. Third quarter with 3 minutes left. The score is still 21-14. And on the 3rd and 10, he get the best of me and break this one up. So now the score is 21-17. He was playing off-man coverage, giving me too much space to work, and that's exactly what I did. Trying to stretch that lead. We're at a 3rd and 8. I got another end route. He gonna go my way, and I get us up to that 50. Started the 4th quarter. I got a go route. And that DB sticking right beside me. I did not call for it, so why is he throwing it? But it winds up being intercepted again for his 2nd of the game. What is going on with bro? They end up taking the lead this time with the score being 24-21. You can tell I'm getting frustrated because I'm dropping passes I normally catch. 2nd and 10, I got another out route. He gonna go my way but overthrow me. And I don't see the field again until our next drive with 1 minute and 30 left on the clock. Score is still 21-24, and I grab us a gain of 13. We ended up getting called with a holding penalty, putting us at a 2nd and 20. I'm gonna stick to what's been good, working that left side, bringing us to a 3rd and 3. 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter at a 2nd and 7. I was just praying he would try to jam me at that line, and he did, allowing me to get right past him and grab us a huge gain, man, getting us out past that 30. All we need is a field goal. But what the heck is the coaching staff doing? Why would you take me out, the best weapon on offense, with 50 seconds left in the game and we're at the 30? And even though I'm taking out, how in the world did we not get a field goal? Man, it started to stress me out, I ain't gonna lie. But regardless, all I can say is I did my part with 20 catches for 281 yards and 2 touchdowns, nearly 300 yards. And they decided to take me out at the biggest moment of the game. Man, what are we doing? Well, y'all boys, I know y'all was not expecting that, and to be honest, I don't think nobody was. We was on fire, and then somehow we go to a 3-game losing streak, and I'm at a loss for words. But we still got the rest of the season to get back right, so y'all don't lose hope.
So, well, obviously, as many of us unexpected, Colorado has went on a bit of a losing streak. How does this affect the team, and also, how do you guys plan to attack the upcoming games in order to fix this bump in the road?
I mean, it definitely affects the team a lot. No one wants to come up short, especially as hard as we work in practice. You know, it could be a case of us getting ahead of ourselves after putting some good wins together. But we got to focus on staying level-headed. We know the type of talent we have on the team. And looking forward, we just got to work harder and execute the way we know how to.
Well, you, Mr. Kelly, have been unstoppable. Knowing how much you produce on the field, does it ever frustrate you when you guys come up short? And does it ever feel as if the guys taking the field with you don't put in as much effort?
Well, yeah, I think I can speak for the whole team when I say it's definitely frustrating. And, you know, as I said before, we go out there and practice and we work hard, looking to go out there and dominate. And sometimes we can just come up short. But we all know and understand that no man on that field is better than the other. So if one of us didn't do our job, then none of us did our job. But nevertheless, we're going to definitely get things back on track. What's up, y'all, man? Welcome back to the 3rd episode of this season. Hey, look, as y'all just seen, after going on a 3-game losing streak, your boy been getting killed with the press. And I'm gonna keep it real. It's kind of hard to stay positive with the way we've been playing. But we definitely gonna get things back on track, like I said in the last clip. But despite us taking them losses back to back, I actually had some real good news brought to my attention.
Mr. Kelly. Just a guy I needed to see. Now, I assume you know what you're here for. Let's go ahead and step into the office. Now, boy, do we have a special offer for you. How would you like to represent us? And, of course, be compensated for it.
I've been waiting for a good brand deal. Now, when you say compensated, what we talking?
Ha ha, see your head's in the right place. How does 150,000 sound?
Sound like I need a pen so I can sign that contract.
My man.
But look though, if you're gonna have me representing your company, I'm pretty sure you don't want me riding around in a 2012 Camaro.
Oh, don't you worry about that. We already wanted to put you in that new 2024 Cybertruck.
And don't get me wrong, that Cybertruck nice, but I was thinking more along the lines of something different, something more aggressive. Yes, sir, man. Y'all see that put that boy in that new Trackhawk? We finna be tearing up the streets. Man, this is the type of car we used to dream about back in Philly. And now I can finally say I own one. This is just a great feeling. And what will make this even better is if we could go out there and take some dubs. I'm tired of losing, man. But let's go ahead and hop into my next games.
The The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find.
Ninth game of the season. After taking 3 losses back-to-back, we looking to get this thing back on track, bars. But man, this ain't gonna be no easy walkover because the team we're up against has the same record that we do, which is Arizona State at a 5-3 record. But hey, we back in the rankings, we rank number 25. Arizona State started off with the ball, but they didn't score. And on a 2nd and 8, backed up in our own end zone, I pick up my first reception. A few plays later, after getting that first down, I got a short comeback route. That was stopped after a gain of 5. So we don't score on that drive, but neither does Arizona State, as I pick up another nice reception moving us down that field. Very next play, I would have another short comeback route. He's going my way. I juke one defender out his shoes before being brought out. And we go up 7-0. They having a hard time scoring. I'm headed off on the inside and come back out to the left. QB finds me open, and we pick up a big gain with this one. Very next play, I got a go route. I juke out to the left side. The QB delivers one, and I bring that down past the 30. Trying to get into that end zone on the 2nd and 6. I'm fading out to the left again. He throws another dot, and I step out right before the end zone. But on that very next play, I ain't got no design route. I'm just trying to get open, and I do for my first touchdown of the game, putting us up 2 scores against Arizona State early. So they still don't score, leaving it at 14-0. Got a short quick out, and I'm just trying to fight for extra yards, and I pick up that first down. 16 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. I got another comeback route, and at 3rd and 7, he gonna deliver a dot. I'm able to get us that first down. Started the 3rd quarter at a 2nd and 9. Headed upfield before I cut into the inside. QB go my way, but it is broken up. But it's all good because on that 2nd and 9, I'm wide open, fading into the inside. He gonna deliver another dot, and I pick up a huge chunk with this one.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
2nd and inches. I got a short out route. He finally looked my way and delivered a dot right before I step out of bounds. We don't score on that drive, but neither does Arizona. And on this 2nd and 10, we got another quick out, but I ain't going nowhere, as they right there as soon as I catch it. Yet another scoreless drive. And on this 1st and 10, I fade out to the left. He delivered a dot right before I get out at the 40. Before you know it, we all the way down the field looking to get into that end zone. And QB gonna hit me for my 2nd touchdown of the night. So Arizona finally scores with the score being 7-21. He gonna deliver another dot on this out route. Very next play, my foot is not off the gas, as the QB gonna find me open for another big gain, stepping out at the 5. Very next play, they show a man but playing zone, and I'm wide open, left alone for my 3rd touchdown of the night. So we go on to win this game with the score being 7-28, starting to get back on the right track. And I had yet another insane performance with 233 yards off of 19 receptions and 3 touchdowns. Game number 10 of the season, y'all boys, and after going up against Arizona State, we now take on the number 17th ranked team in the country, which is Arizona, with a 7-2 record, and we are now ranked number 21. Hopefully we can keep moving up the ranks. Arizona got the ball first and didn't score, and our first play of the drive is a dot to me, getting us past the 40. Very next play, I'm heading to the inside. He gonna find me again. I try to get loose before being brought down at the 50. Very next play, I got another short comeback route. I'm gonna only pick up 4 yards with this one. On a 3rd and 5, they playing way too deep. QB gonna hit me for that first down, getting us close to the 10. And the very next play, that DB start backing up. I know it's my time to shine, and the QB does too, delivering my first touchdown of the game, giving us that early lead against Arizona. So they go down and answer, tying the game up at 7-7. QB gonna hit me on this slant. Very next play, I'm fading out to the left. He gonna throw my way again for another big first down. Before you know it, we in the 3rd quarter and the score is tied at 14. I pick up another nice reception. A few plays later on a 1st and 10, I'm gonna have a short comeback route, and I'm able to fight my way for a 10-yard gain. Very next play, I'm headed upfield before fading out to the left. QB throws another dot. Before you know it, we facing the 3rd and 7. But I'm open on the inside. He gonna deliver, and I make a diving catch. Looking to go up and to score again. I fake a cut inside and pop out to the left. Deliver another dot. I'm 2 yards short of the end zone. Score is now 17-21. And the QB gonna revert back to his old ways and throw his first interception of the game. And to make it even worse, the man gonna return it back for a pick 6, putting them on top. For some reason, I did not see the 4th quarter, but Arizona ended up beating us with the score being 31-21. I'm guessing after that pick, everything went downhill and they gained momentum, and they just came out on top. But I was able to finish this game with 12 receptions for 140 yards and 1 touchdown. Game number 11, coming off our 4th loss of the season. We took a flight down to Houston, looking to pack them boys up, but man, we are out of the rankings again. I'm at least trying to win out the rest of the season. They got the ball first and scored a field goal. It's a rainy day, but that ain't stopping nothing as I pick up my first reception out of bounds. Some plays later, it's supposed to be an inside route, but I cut out. He threw a heater for my first real reception of the game. We end up facing a 3rd and 7. He gonna go to me for that first down. I was able to hold on to it through that big hit. So we go up 7-3. Right here, I got an out route. He gonna deliver another dot. And instead of sticking with the comeback route, I'm trying to get some yards. I fade to the inside. He gonna find me open for a big gain. We go up 10-3. This is supposed to be another comeback route, but instead I fade out to the left for a nice reception. And on the 2nd and 10, I'm gonna do the same thing, fading to the inside, then popping out to get us up past the 20. And that very next play, I'm headed upfield trying to get my first touchdown. They get in the way of my route, and the ref gonna throw that flag. Started the 3rd quarter, and we're now up 17-3. As I make a contested catch to get us right there outside the first. A few plays later on that 1st and 10, they was playing zone, but that safety didn't know what he was doing. They had no help, and I'm wide open. He gonna deliver a bomb downfield for my first touchdown of the game.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way.
3 minutes in the 4th quarter, and the score is now 24-13. QB gonna hit me on the inside. I get a little loose and juke one defender out his shoes before being brought down in front of 20. A few plays later, I'm gonna beat this DB off the press. QB finds me open and throws a laser. I bring that one in before being brought down right in front of the 10. A few plays later on the 2nd and 10, I'm gonna go with my signature and fade out to the left for my second touchdown of the game.
They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead.
So we're able to get back in the win column with the score being 31-20. And as always, I had a pretty good game, winning player of the game with 12 receptions for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns. I should definitely win that Heisman. Here we are, man. Last game of the regular season. We get to enjoy it here on our home field. For our last game, we going up against the BYU Cougars. Again, they get the ball first and they don't score. My first reception come off a short in route, and I bring up past the 40. Very next play, I got a go route, fading out to the left to receive a dot from the QB. Very next play, I'm working. I got an inside slant. He gonna go my way again for another big game. Now it's a 4-peat, headed upfield, fading out to the left for another big chunk of yards, getting us inside the 5. So we go up 7-zip against BYU. I got a deep in route. I get in front of that defense. He gonna deliver another dot my way. We get a field goal off of that drive. I got a short comeback route. He ain't throw it, so I cut back upfield, turn around and bring this one in, getting us close to the 30. 3rd quarter, and the score is now 10-13. They done made a little comeback. So I pick up 7 yards right here. We don't score on that drive. Neither do they. I get another comeback route. I get lit up, man. He throwing hospital ball. 4th quarter, and they're now up 17-13. But that DB try to press, and I'm going to cut loose, going down that sideline for a huge gain. And next play, I'm fading into the inside and cutting back out to the left for a nice dive and grab. A few plays later, I got a short slant. He going to go my way again for that first down on the 4th and 6. Trying to get into that end zone on the 2nd and 12. I'm going to fade out to the left again. He's able to get me out of bounds at the 5. Very next play, man, I'm just trying to get open for that touchdown, and he going to go my way. And I grab my first touchdown of the game, giving us that lead again.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man.
BYU doesn't score, and it's now 17-20. What was that DB doing, man? I'm wide open into the end zone for my second touchdown of the game. So we're able to take that dub at home with the score being 23-27. So after that loss against Arizona, we was able to win out. And for me, I won player of the game with 14 catches for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns. After that game, I did end up winning Offensive Player of the Week and some other awards for my sophomore season. I won Best Receiver Award for the 2nd time, First Team All-Big 12, and a First Team All-American. And after having a decent season, we were invited to play in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl against San Diego State.
Phoenix, Arizona, we're here for what ought to be another exciting edition of the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
So San Diego State got the ball first and scored. We were at a 2nd and 17 before I made this nice play to get us that first down. Second quarter and the score is still 0-7. As I pop out to the left, he gonna deliver a dot, getting us up past the 40. Very next play, I got a short comeback route for a gain of 4. Back to back to back, I got another big play. QB finds me on the inside. I'm cutting upfield trying to get into that end zone, but I'm brought down a few yards short. Score is now tied at 7. I'm gonna go with another inside route. He gonna deliver another dot, getting us up past the 20. Very next play, I got a go route. I'm gonna fade out to the left. QB gonna throw a dot. We moving down that field by chunks. Third quarter and the score is still 7-7. We trying to get on top, but it's gonna be hard to do that with the QB throwing an interception. So they go down and make the score 14-7. I'm getting open again downfield. The QB gonna find me and get me past the 40. A few plays later, I got an out route. He gonna go my way again as I'm wide open and I move this down the field. Threatening the score. We're now at a 2nd and 7. I got another in route. He gonna throw another dot, getting us right there outside the end zone. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The score is now 17-14 and we're up. And I make it even better getting open in the middle. The QB gonna find me and deliver a heater for a big game. Very next play, the DB gonna make the dumb decision of pressing at the line. I beat him with ease and I'm just making a house call. And I do for my first touchdown of the game, making it a 2-score game between us and San Diego.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after.
But San Diego does come back and make it a game with the score being 21-24 with 2 minutes left in the clock. I make another big catch. And that very next play, I'm headed upfield. With that DB sticking with me, I make a cutback. He gonna deliver a dot, putting us at a 2nd and 1. A minute 40 left in the game, and I got a slant. He gonna throw his 2nd interception of the game, trying to squeeze it to me. And they only down a field goal. But luckily, they don't score. We're facing a 3rd and 11. I'm able to separate from that DB and pick up a first down. We're able to take that dub in the bowl game against San Diego State with the score being 24-21. And I had a good game with 14 catches for 268 yards and 1 touchdown. What is up, y'all boys? Welcome back to the start of my junior season. First and foremost, I want to say thank y'all for everybody that's been following me on my journey. Y'all really been watching me since I was a little nigga. But anyways, man, as y'all can see, your boy back in Philly. And to my surprise, the driveway was packed out when I got here. So of course, I'm wondering what's going on. And it turns out my parents wanted to surprise me by inviting friends and family over. And to be honest, it was a good surprise. Everybody was congratulating me, telling me how proud they are, giving me some wisdom and knowledge. And some of them, they was just yapping. But hey man, I really appreciated that, no lie. Now while I've been in my off season and back here in Philly, I really ain't been doing much, except y'all know of course I've been working out like crazy, trying to get my body prepared so I can end my last season off right. But before I went back to Colorado, there's one thing I had to do. So y'all know y'all boy getting that NIL money now. So it was only right that I broke bread with my day ones. And if one of us made it, then we all did. So yeah, I broke them off something decent, and that right there was the best feeling in the world. Now I only got a few more days out here before I gotta head back to Colorado. So I'm gonna try to spend time with the people I love and enjoy it, and I'm gonna catch y'all in a little bit. Alright man, we are back here in Colorado, ready to kick off this junior season. Most likely gonna be my last college football season. But judging off of my performances as a sophomore, there's definitely gonna be a lot expected out of me. But hey man, I'm just ready to ball out.
Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine.
Game number 1 of my last season. As y'all can see, we're up against Georgia Tech. Man, I'm trying to get a chip, man. But some good news, we starting off the season ranked number 24. We started off the season ranked last year too, but we ended up messing that up. I ain't trying to do that again. First drive of the game, we ended up facing the 3rd and 7. I try to make a cut inside. He gonna throw me a hospital ball, and I cannot hold on to it. They don't score on a drive. I got another in route. He gonna throw a dot for a gain of 11. Very next play, I'm fading into the inside and cut back out for another dot. Next drive, the score is 7-0. I got an out route, and we're gonna get up to the 20 with this one. Very next play, I'm headed upfield and fade out to the left again. He's gonna go my way and get us up past the 40. Second quarter, and Georgia Tech comes back and ties the game up as I pick up another nice reception. On a 3rd and 5, I could have got that first down, but he throw a bad ball. We gonna have to punt. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. The score is now 14-7. Georgia Tech is up, and I make a nice play getting some extra yards down the sideline. Tied game with 30 seconds left in the second quarter. I'm gonna have to get used to this new quarterback as he just sailed one out of bounds. But on that 3rd and 10, I'm gonna get upfield for 11 yards and have a comeback, trying to grab us that first down, and I end up a yard short. Third quarter now, and the score is still tied 14-14. Taking off down that sideline and grabbing a nice catch before being brought down in front of the 40. Very next play, I'm headed inside. I see no defense, so I take off upfield. He gonna throw another dot, and I'm able to put together back-to-back big plays. Fourth quarter, and the score is now 28-20. We up as I pick up a short completion for a first down. The very next play, that DB will make the mistake of trying to press. I easily beat him off the line. The QB gonna float one my way. I take off down the sideline, and I'm not caught, scoring my first touchdown of the game.
I just love what I'm seeing from this team.
So, man, we are able to get our first victory of the season against Georgia Tech with the score being 35-27. I had a pretty good performance myself. The boy is back, man. I'm trying to get myself a Heisman this season. But I finished the game with 11 receptions for 244 yards and 1 touchdown.
Home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a
second game of the season, and y'all see we got a rivalry on our hand, and now I'm on straight smoke. Them boys been talking how like they gonna put me on locks or something. We gonna see how that go. And after that game against Georgia Tech, we moved up 3 slots. We are now ranked number 21. I don't know why we keep starting in our own end zone. I'm sticking to my route. I got to come back, and I'm going to bring this up past the 15. Very next play, that DB going to try to press. I beat him off the line. QB makes the right read, throwing my direction. I'm taking off downfield before I'm hot down past the 40. We're starting to get a little slow, man. So we go up 7-0, backed up in our own end zone again. On the 3rd and 12, he tried to go my way, but I can't come down with it. But that defense interfered with my route, and the ref threw that flag. A few plays later, on the 3rd and 6, I'm going to take off down the field. He's going to deliver another dot, getting us close to that 50. Before you know it, we facing the 1st and goal. I fake into the inside and cut back out for my first touchdown of the game.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good.
We up 14-0. Colorado State cannot score, and I had to get up for this one for a completion of 8 yards. 2nd and 2, I got another comeback route. He going to deliver, and I'm hit as I catch it. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. I get behind that zone defense. He gonna lob one deep, and I come down with it.
It's complete. A huge pickup.
3rd quarter, and we up 17-3 as I pick up a short reception. 20 seconds left in the 3rd. They stick with that zone defense and leave a hole up the middle. And I'm able to bring this one all the way up past the 5.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll...
Very next play, we try and get into that end zone. I got an end route. He gonna hit me for my 2nd touchdown of the game. Score is now 24-3 in the 4th quarter, and we still putting the ball in the air. As I come down with another big game. Very next play, that DB gonna try to press, but I get past him too easy. QB gonna lob it up down the sideline. I nearly step out, but I'm able to bring this up past the 15. Very next play, I'm cutting straight into the inside. He gonna throw another dot to give me my 3rd touchdown of the game. I'm cooking against these boys, man. Score is now 31-3 with 1:30 left in the 4th quarter. We ain't taking the brakes off of nothing as I get us right outside the end zone. And with that, we end up being able to win 2 in a row with the score being 38-3. It was not the typical rivalry game. And of course, I had a great performance, winning player of the game with 14 catches for 261 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Every year you have a couple games started.
The purple-clad fans are eager to get this one started.
Game number 3 of the season, we up against Northwestern. Now there should be another easy dub in the win column. And good news, man, we are now ranked number 15. They got the ball first and didn't score. First play of our first drive, I fade out to the left and bring in a big reception. 3rd and 10, he gonna try to fire my way on his end route, but it is off target. 30 seconds left in the 1st quarter, and neither of us scored. But he gonna fire my way downfield, and they break this one up. And that very next play, the QB get met with pressure, and he gonna fumble, giving them some early momentum. 1:30 left in the 2nd. The score is now 7-0. We're up, but he's gonna try to go to me on his end route and throw an interception. We get the ball back with 50 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. This time he gonna deliver a completion for a nice game. 3rd quarter, and we are now up 14-0. I end up cutting back out to the left and get us up past the 40 with this one.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the foot.
Very next play, he gonna shoot my way again. I don't know why he let go of that block, but I'm able to pick up a gain of 15. A few plays later, they should have threw that flag because that's pass interference. But I'm able to get loose, and he gonna deliver a bomb downfield, and I get my first touchdown of the game. So just as I thought, the third game of the season we win with the score being 28-0. They couldn't even score. We on a roll right now. And as for me, I put up a decent stat line with 5 catches for 103 yards and 1 touchdown. Back at home for the 4th game of the season, I've been on fire. The team is on fire too. We just ready to go out there and put together a nice performance against the UCF Knights. And as y'all can see, we are now ranked number 12. First play of our drive, I'm gonna cut inside and pick up a short reception. A few plays later, that DB tried to press. I beat him off the line. I'm headed down the sideline. And QB should have lobbed it instead of throwing a dart. And that winds up getting intercepted. But luckily, they don't score. And I come back on the first play of the second drive, headed downfield, and he going to deliver a bomb my way, already moving us down past the 50. So we go up 7-0, and I'm rolling into the inside, then cut back out trying to get open. And I do being brought down right in front of the 40. Later in the second quarter, the score is now 3-7. I'm fading out to the left to bring in another big reception. And later that drive, I got a short comeback route. He gonna deliver my way. They get to me as soon as I catch it, and I pick up a gain of 7. The easiest play when you get into the red zone, I fake into the inside and come back out for my first touchdown of the game.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself.
Late in the third quarter, and the score is now tied at 14. And I start this drive off with a big gain of 20 yards. A few plays later, he gonna try to jam at the line, and I get past that boy easy. Now I'm racing down the sideline. QB deliver a dot for my second touchdown of the game.
They take the lead with the 6.
Fourth quarter, and we are now up 21-14. And I get past that defense too easy. He gonna throw another deep ball my way, and I pick up my 3rd touchdown of the night, man. Going absolutely crazy. Score is now 22-28. We cannot let them score. And on the 3rd and 6, I'm able to get behind that defense and pick up that first down with a deep pass. So in a close one, we're able to come out on top with the score being 22-28, our 4th win in a row. And I had a pretty good game myself with 10 catches for 253 yards and 3 touchdowns. I definitely haven't slowed down. If anything, I'm better than I was last season.
All right, and do you want anything out of here?
Nah, just the $3 on pump 5 and that's it.
Dang, shorty right there, low-key decent. I might have to go get down on there.
Man, leave that girl alone. Ain't that her nigga right there?
Hey, excuse me, little mama.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Dang, we can't just be cool or nothing?
Man, move around, bro. I don't even play like that.
Hey, bro, I wasn't even talking to you. Watch out before you get hurt.
Man, who you finna hurt, bro? Watch out. I ain't finna keep wolfing back
get
and
out
forth
my face
with you,
before
man.
I
I
fall
told you
off
to move
on you.
around.
Hit him in the nuts.
Oh, look at these hood rats going at it.
Well, a viral moment is being shared across the internet. Star receiver for Colorado, Kason Kelly, seemed to get into a bit of an altercation while at the gas station. The video has been surfaced all across social media, which many fans of Kason are wondering if he's alright. He has came out and let everyone know that he is in fact okay and will be able to suit up for his upcoming games. He wants everyone to know Kason Kelly ain't no punk hoe.
Well, y'all boys, I went viral again. But hey, look, man, I had to stand on business. Am I tripping? In which I did the same. And bro put his hands on me, so in my eyes, it was self-defense. But anyways, man, I definitely been getting a lot of hate, but I did get some love shown too. I already had a talk with Coach Prom, and thank God I'm still able to play even though that happened. I'm trying to forget about that situation, but it's hard to when you going viral. But regardless, man, I'm gonna have to lock in because we got some upcoming games, and I ain't trying to let that show on the field.
Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see,
Game number 5 of the season. After going 4-0, we are now ranked number 11, going up against Texas Tech.
Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
First play of the game, man. I'm wide open to the left, and he gonna throw a bad ball. Very next play, I'm gonna cut out to the left again. He gonna throw another pass my way, but it is overthrown. Texas Tech goes up by a field goal on their first possession, and my QB finally throws an accurate pass for a big chunky yard. First play of the second quarter, still the same drive. I'm open in the middle again. He gonna throw another dot, getting us up to the 20. The score is now 10-3 in the third quarter. I'm just trying to get open, cutting back out to the left, and I cannot hold on to it through the contact. Very next play, I got a short slant coming across the middle. I'm gonna cut back. He gonna throw my way, and I pick up a gain of 13. Fourth quarter, and the score is now 13-3. I will beat that DB off of the press and bring in a nice pass to get us up past the 30. A few plays later on the 3rd and 17, I beat him off of the press again. I'm left wide open for my first touchdown of the game. So we end up winning this game with the score being 20-3. I didn't play as much snaps as I would like, but nevertheless, we got the dub, and we move on to 5-0. And I only had 5 catches for 100 yards and 1 touchdown.
Ridden the boats down the Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium.
Game number 6, we are up against Baylor, and I'm gonna just need my QB to throw dots this time. And after winning 5 games in a row, we done moved all the way up to rank number 8. They start off with the ball and don't score, and on the 2nd and 14, I fade out to the left, receive a dot to get us inches outside the first. They end up going up 7-3. Right here, I pick up a short gain of 5 yards. On the 3rd and 2, I got a short comeback route. He gonna fire my way. DB gonna miss on that tackle, and I take off downfield, getting us all the way up past the 50.
One game at a time. We got to do it again today.
We still don't score on that drive, and the score remains 3-7. But I got a slant. He gonna throw it to me across the middle, and I try to fight for extra yards before being brought down. We are now up 10-7. I'm fading the inside and cut back out. I'm not looking like my normal self as I drop this one. 3rd and 6, and I'm the guy they go to for that first down. They're gonna do it again, and I'm able to get it. Later on the 2nd and 10, I got a go route. He gonna air it out to me in traffic, and it winds up getting intercepted, man. The game is now tied at 10-10. I'm headed downfield before cutting inside, and I dive for a nice catch in a big game. A few plays later, I'm headed downfield and cut out to the left. He gonna deliver a dot for that first down and more. And we are able to take this dub with the score being 20-10. Still didn't get to play as much snaps as I wanted to, or as I'm used to. But like I said last time, at least we got the dub. And I end up finishing this game with 7 catches for another 100 yards and 0 touchdowns this time.
Another presentation home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank.
Game number 7, we actually up against a pretty decent team. The team that Sir Keon Langston started at, Arizona State Sun Devils. And as always, I'm trying to put on the show. We're still ranked number 8 going into this one. Hopefully if we win, we can move up. First snap of the game, I'm headed upfield and fading to the outside. QB goes my way to get us up close to that 50. Very next play, I get inside leverage on the DB, cut inside, and the QB throws a dot for a nice gain. A few plays later, I got a short slant. He gonna go my way again for a gain of only 3. Third quarter looking like it's gonna be another small scoring game. The score being 7-3, and I'm trying to change that right here as he finds me in the middle and I'm taking off, hoping I don't get hawked down, but I do at the 30. I gotta work on my speed before the combine. Fourth quarter, and the score is now 14-6. I make a cut outside. He gonna deliver a pass, getting us to the 40. Very next play, headed off upfield. I'm gonna cut back out to the left side for another big game.
Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And why fix it if it ain't broke? I'm gonna do the same exact thing. He gonna throw another dot, moving us down that field. Score is now 21-13, still putting the ball in the air. He gonna hit me as I'm coming across the middle for another big reception. I'm just trying to get a touchdown before the game over with. Come back out to the left. He gonna throw another pass that I gotta dive for. And again, I'm not able to score, but we win this game with the score being 21-13, keeping that win streak going. And I actually had a better game with 9 catches for 175 yards, but I did not get a touchdown. Game number 8 will not be an easy one. We up against Utah. If y'all been watching me, I know we lost to them last season, but hey man, we're looking to get some revenge. So they got the ball first and didn't score. QB gonna find me on this end route for a gain of 10. 2nd and 4, I'm just looking to keep this drive going and get that first down, which I will be able to do. Second quarter, they end up going up 7-0. I got a short comeback route, and I'm gonna pick up a gain of 7. 2nd and 3, I get that inside leverage, but I decide to cut back out. He put some air under it, giving the defense time to make a play, and they break that one up. But on this 3rd and 3, I'm gonna do what's been working for me, fading out to the left for that first down. Later that drive, we end up facing the 3rd and 1. I got a comeback route. It led me a little too much, but I'm able to get back upfield for that first down and more. Third quarter, and the score is now 7-3. Utah still got the lead, but I'm trying to change that with this big reception. Back to back, I'm gonna beat that DB. Fading to the inside where the QB delivers a dot for another big game. Finally, after not scoring 2 games in a row, we're in the red zone. I fed out to the left to get my first touchdown of the night.
Big-time players make big plays in big games.
So we are able to get that win against Utah with the score being 10-7. Another low-scoring game. We're going to have to turn it up. But at least, man, we are now 8-0. Y'all know last season we didn't make it this far. And I have the lowest game of my career with 8 catches for 82 yards and 1 touchdown.
Look. Creep. Same nigga breaking down hoes left and right. Yo, I was counting up in on a private flight. Yo, all this chrome on my body like a medieval knight. I was but like on that purple Sprite. Yeah, all my beneficial, even told a pistol. Yeah, even blow it like a whistle. Lie to officials. I drip it down in crystals if I know you're real. How you geeking out your body off a pink pill? I caught your line, tell me and I'll you still. So many properties I bought, I'm king of the hill. Nigga need to learn his place before we put him in it. Yo, stepping and swinging, I'm running shit. I might run for Senate. I got a bitch up in the kitchen wearing them coochie cutters. Been my doggy out that cell, straight up out the gutter. We been them niggas every since position needed feeling. And I fear I didn't see it. It was just me and Dylan. It was just me and Justin. Gripping her hair while she taught me might give her concussion. I don't like discussions. I'm too rich for fussing. Look her dead in my eyes and how that bustin'. I ain't never cuffin'. Grip my corner, baby doggy psyched out still. Your baby daddy broke, no need for him to ride a wheel. I put paint on my nails, bitch, still. It's so money in my bank that I'm spinning still. Lifestyle shit twisted, I been living shady. I been beating up that sack like I'm Devin Haney. I don't need a rap friend, I'm a step solo. I try anything once the lifestyle yellow. I don't wanna be posted on the blogs, I don't wanna answer calls. I did this for my dogs, I just beat up the mall. I just beat up my wrist, I was ducking IRS. I was taking that risk, I was taking that beat. I was flying air jerks, I was taking that switch. Bitch, yeah. They gave me guns at 18, ain't know what to do. I fuck sack up at the jeweler, I was going stupid. Fell in love with the teller, I don't know Q. Gotta tell my stepper no, cause he'll really do it. Anywhere, everywhere, he don't.
What's the word, y'all boys? I know y'all ain't heard from me in a while, but that's only because, as y'all seen in the intro, your boy been grinding like crazy lately. Building up my strength, my speed, and I've been studying a lot of film. Just making sure I'm ready, cause as y'all know, your boy's in the playoffs. And I got my mindset on getting the chip. So yeah, man, with that being said, let's go ahead and end this season off right.
Welcome everybody to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but
y'all see it, man. Big 12 Championship, we up against Kansas State, ranked number 3, and we're ranked number 6, both with an 11-1 record. Man, let's get it. They get the ball first and don't score. The first play of our drive, I'm just getting open. He gonna find me and throw a dot, getting us up past the 30. Sitting at a 2nd and 5, I'm gonna go with a slant. He gonna throw another dot, getting us that first down. We don't score the first drive, but they didn't score either. I got another out route. He gonna throw it my way. He can up some good yards. 3rd and 10, I'm just trying to gain some separation, and I do, but he throws it too high. I have to jump to catch it and land out of bounds. Kansas State go up 3, but we trying to put a drive together, and he gonna hit me again. And I pick us up a gain of 20. Man, I've been cooking all season off of these out routes, so why stop now? He gonna throw another dot my way, get us up past the 40. Score is still 7-3 late in the 3rd. I got another out route, and he gonna throw another dot. 3rd and 7, looking to keep this drive alive. He gonna hit me on the end route, and I'm gonna grab us that first down. I know it's dangerous down here. I'm just looking to get open and QBs on the same page, and I get my first touchdown of the game, giving us an 11-point lead. Last play of the 3rd quarter, the score is 14-3. I go 10 and in, and he gonna hit me for another first down. Very nice play, the DB playing real deep, leaving the out route wide open. 3 plays back to back. On this one, I got another short in route. He gonna hit me, picking up some good yards. Make that 4 plays back to back. I cut inside. He gonna throw another dot, and I hold on to it through the contact. They make a mistake trying to press me off the release, leaving me wide open over the top for another touchdown. Just stretching that lead late in the game. So the Big 12 Championship wasn't even worth watching because we just dominated Kansas State with the score being 21-3. The boy had a great game, winning player of the game with 13 catches for 166 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Welcome Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the College Football Playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock.
Up against Tennessee, man, the first play of the game, I got a short comeback route that gives me a gain of 4 yards. The next play, I get 2 back-to-back catches as he hit me on an out route. Early in the game, man, the QB makes his first mistake trying to hit me across the middle and throws a pick. But it's all good because they don't score. He don't throw the out route, so I cut back upfield and he gonna throw another dot, get me close to the 40. Keeping this drive going, I'm gonna just break out on this route. I'm wide open for a first down. 1st and 19, trying to eat up some of that yardage early. I break inside and he gonna throw a dot downfield, getting us inside the 20. We end up scoring on the last drive and Tennessee remains scoreless as I bring in another big reception. DB playing off-man coverage and he gonna try to jump the route, which leaves me wide open and we get up to that 50. Hey man, we don't just catch, we can block too. Down inside the 20 on a 1st and 10, I'm gonna cut back outside and he gonna throw a dot. I try to get in the end zone, but I'm a yard short. So we up 14 and Tennessee finally scored, making it 7, and I bring in another nice reception. I got a fade ball, and QB gonna throw another pick, man. I ain't gonna lie, that was a horrible pass. He definitely should have threw that over the top, but he threw a dot to the defense. Score is now 10-14 at the last play of the half. He gonna throw another interception, man. Luckily, it's the end of the half, so they can't really do nothing with it.
Takes the handoff. It's Welch.
Coming back from the half, I ain't slowing down with another out route. He gonna throw a heater, getting us 2 yards outside the first. Just looking to snag that first down. I got a short in route, and I'm gonna get it. Before you know it, Tennessee goes up 3 with the score being 17-14. I pull in another big reception. Then my boy Omarion Miller is going to take it all the way down the field and get into that end zone, giving us the lead again.
Play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it.
But for some reason, man, I did not see the field again. The remainder of the game and the final score ended up being 24-23. We lost by 1 point against Tennessee. What a bad way to end the season, man. I would rather it be a blowout.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's easy to focus on the team that advances, and they should be happy, obviously. They had a great year. They're going to continue to go on.
How's it going, Kason?
It's going good. I'm just getting a massage right now.
Good to hear you taking care of your body. Hey, man, I just wanted to let you know your draft stock looks great, man. Right now, you're projected a first-round pick, maybe even the first pick of the first round. So that's great news, man. Make sure you celebrate. Oh, and also, you've got a lot of new endorsement opportunities. A lot of guys want you to represent their company, so the next time we meet up, I'll run them all by you, and you can see which ones you want to do. Oh, and also, New Bonds just sent you your payment, so make sure you check your account, man. It should be something pretty hefty in there.
I bet. Say less.
I just wanna chill and catch stunts in my 745. You drive me crazy, shorty. I need to see you and feel you next to me.
I know y'all just heard my agent on the phone, man. He said my draft stock looking good, and I got new endorsement deals. So as y'all just seen, y'all know I had to blow a bag real quick. Got me a new chain and got all my dogs' chains too. So the next time I'm in the city, I got a surprise for all of them. But let me go ahead and show y'all all the awards I won in my junior season. Starting off with the Player of the Year award, Best Receiver award again, and the one we've all been waiting for. Your boy won the Heisman Trophy. So as y'all could imagine, all these awards definitely boosted my draft stock. And now we just getting ready to make that transition to the league. So if y'all want to know what team I get drafted to, y'all just gonna have to tap into my next episode. So the last time y'all seen me, I was finishing up my junior season of college football, and after being a 3-time All-American, 3-time Best Receiver Award winner, and on top of that winning the Heisman, y'all know it was time for me to insert my name into that draft. Now after speaking to my agent for a while, we had both decided that I would not be doing the combine, simply because I already showed the scouts everything they had to see while I was on the field. So leading up to the draft, I just been putting in a whole lot of work, man, making sure everything good. From my conditioning, adding on some muscle. Y'all know I went through my whole college college career without getting injured not once. So I definitely had to make sure my body was right and prepared to take them real NFL grown man hits. And by the time the draft came around, I can't even front, man. I was starting to get a little nervous. But I ended up going the first round, being the 23rd pick for the Green Bay Packers. Now, as any young man would do, seeing that much money hit his account, I went out and splurged a little bit. I can't even lie to y'all. Basically, as a gift to myself for putting in that work that it took to get here, I feel like I deserved it. Man, any store I pulled up to, I was not leaving empty-handed, and I made sure of it. Man, I even went out and got me 2 new whips that I used to dream about riding in when I was a kid. One of them was a 2024 G-Wagon, and I went butterfly doors on a Rari. Now, these both cost a pretty penny, but I slowed down on spending money once I felt satisfied. Now, back to the football side of things. As y'all could guess, I was overly excited to join the Green Bay Packers. Man, I was just happy to be in the NFL, honestly. But my first team practice with pads did not go quite as planned. And I'll be the first to say that I made the rookie mistake of going out there thinking this was going to be a cakewalk. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm the best receiver on the roster, just won a Heisman. I'm finna go out there and show them who the big dog is. Yeah, I know, I just felt like I owned the place. But I had a quick reality check. I was even out there dropping wide open passes, getting strapped up left and right. And it became clear that college and the NFL are 2 different ball games. But over the next few practices, I started to get into the rhythm of the offense. And now that the preseason is coming up, we finna see how much improvements I've made.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Packers and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
Y'all see it, man. Game number 1 of the preseason, we up against the Cleveland Browns. And coach let me know that I'm only gonna be playing the first quarter, so I ain't got no choice but to leave a mark early. Our first driving on a 3rd and 3, I'm able to come in clutch and pick up that first down. Now, y'all know in college, I was the go-to target for situations like this, and I'm proving I can still do it at a high level. We take a few steps back at a 2nd and 13. Jordan Love is going to pass it to the tight end, and I make some key blocks as he makes his way down the field for a huge gain.
They will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Moving down that field on the 2nd and 8, I'm going to get a short out route, leaving us 2 yards outside the first. Jordan Love ready to go for it all as I fade out to the left. He going to deliver my way, but I cannot hold on to it through the contact. But instead of hanging my head down, we had a 3rd and 9. I got an out route. He going to go my way, and they going to swing me into the end zone for my first touchdown of my NFL career.
Touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown.
But sadly, that was the only touchdown we would score the whole game. Cleveland would take the win with the score being 7-10. I finished the game with 3 receptions for 21 yards and a touchdown. Second game of the preseason, and we up against the Denver Broncos. Now, this game I should be playing longer than 1 quarter. Late in the first, and the score is still 0-0 at a 2nd and 10. I'm going to receive my first catch.
Receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Second quarter, and still nobody has scored. On this slant route, Jordan Love is going to look my way, and I pick up a huge gain.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route.
3rd and 8, looking to keep this drive going. Fading out to the left, and he going to throw another dot my way, and I bring it in. But as we have all the momentum going, he going to throw a pick to Pat Surtain. Denver is going to get the ball back.
Yourself in this situation. You're on defense. You're defending your own goal line.
They don't score, and I got an out route. QB going to throw my way. I'm able to bring this one up the field past the 20. But that was it for me, y'all. We still ain't getting no win. Instead, the score is tied 7-7. But I would end this game with 4 receptions for 75 yards. Coach had let me know that I would not be playing in the other preseason games, only because he didn't want me to get injured before the real season kick off. So up until the regular season, I just been getting some extra reps with Jordan Love, trying to build up some chemistry so we can dominate this season. The time has come where I take the field for the first time in the regular season. The first game of this season is going to be more than just a rookie debut for me, because we are going up against the majestic Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. If y'all been watching my series long enough, then y'all know I'm from Philly, so I for sure got to put on. Right off the bat, I got a comeback route, and Jordan is going to hit me on the sideline for a gain of 6. So we end up scoring on the first drive, making it 7-0. On the second drive, we got a punt, but we gonna get the ball right back as they force a fumble, and he gonna take it back to the crib, giving us a 2-score lead early in the game. Second quarter, and Philly's now on the board with 7 points. Coming across the middle of the field, QB gonna go my way. I bring this one up close to the 30.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Very next play, I got a slant, and Jordan Love gonna throw an absolute dot. And nobody's gonna catch me as I'm on my way to the end zone for my first touchdown of the game.
sensational work by the
Score is now 21-14 with 30 seconds left in the half. With me as the target, he gonna throw a pick to Zach Bond.
Down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be
tie ball game in the third quarter. Go my way on a slant, but I get lit up.
And he's got a decent gain.
Very next play, I got a short comeback route for a gain of 4. Fourth quarter and the score is tied at 28. I get messed up on my route, so I just take off down the seam. He throw an absolute dot. I slip some tackles and pick up a big gain. We end up taking the win with the score being 42-34. It was a good high-scoring game. I was proud of my performance, finishing with 6 receptions for 88 yards and 1 touchdown. Game number 2 of the season, we up against the Colts. I'm coming off a good game and I'm looking to have another one. One thing I'm loving about the NFL is I got a better quarterback throwing a dot downfield down the middle. We eat up a chunk of that field. 2nd and 4, I got a comeback route. He gonna throw another dot my way and I bring that one in. We ended up settling for a field goal on the first drive and the Colts tie it up. Jordan Love gonna pass my way on an out route. I make a nice juke and get us past the 40. Coming back from the 2-minute warning, I'm supposed to go with a slant, but I'm running right into traffic, so I cut back out to the left, receive a dot, and get us up close to the 10. 20 seconds left in the half, and Jordan Love is going to take a shot to the end zone, but I cannot hold on to it. Third quarter at a 3rd and 13, their defense is going to run into each other, leaving me wide open down the sideline. Jordan throw a nice pass, and now I'm just on my way to the end zone, and ain't nobody going to stop me as I get my 2nd touchdown of the season and my 1st of the game. So we're able to take the win with the score being 3-13. I had another good game with a big play to add on top, finishing this one with 5 receptions for 159 yards and a touchdown. Game number 3 of the season, we up against Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this should be an easy win. Before you know it, we facing the 3rd and 20, and I got a comeback route. It's not near enough to get a 1st down. They also don't score, and on the 2nd and 12, he gonna find me across the middle of the field and pick up a huge gain. Very next play, I got another short comeback route, and he gonna hit me to get us up past the 50. 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, and neither of us have scored yet, but I pick up another nice gain, getting us up past the 40.
It's complete, and it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Moving down that field on the 2nd and 5, Jordan Love is gonna hit me again down the middle. Coach gave me a go route, but I see that left side too open. I fade out to the left. Jordan gonna throw a beautiful ball downfield, and it could have been a touchdown, but somebody on the offense got called for holding. 3rd quarter, and the game is now tied 7-7. But I'll receive yet another dot and get us up past the 40 again. Going with another short comeback route, I'm gonna pick up a gain of 6. A few plays later, it's now the 4th quarter, and I got another in route, spinning out of 1 tackle before being brought down right in front of the 20. 2nd and 4, I got another short in route, and he gonna hit me to get us a gain of 3. And what I thought would be an easy win ended up being a close game, with the score being 10-7. Both offenses had trouble scoring, but I had another great showing. 9 receptions for 104 yards, no touchdowns. Game number 4 of the season, man, and y'all see it. We up against the Minnesota Vikings. Gonna have a receiver battle between me and Justin Jefferson. Can't lie, man, I'm hyped for this one. First play of our first drive, Jordan already looking my way as I rip off a reception for 11 yards. But the very next play, Josh Jacobs is going to end up fumbling the rock.
And now, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense.
They go up 10-0. I got a comeback right on the right side and pick up a gain of 7 before being brought down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. 2nd
down, trying to get on that board. Jordan Love is going to hit me en route, and I get us up close to that 10-yard line. Score is now 10-14, and we're up. In the 4th quarter, I pick up another short reception. We trying to stretch that lead. As I take off down the sideline, Jordan Love is going to float one, but it winds up getting intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line.
So they going to capitalize off of that pick. 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. I pick up another big game, but it is not enough, man, as we take our first loss of the season with the score being 17-14. That interception cost us the game. But I would end this one with 5 receptions for 52 yards and no touchdowns. Game number 5 of the season, and we up against the LA Rams, looking to bounce back after taking a loss. I see I'm getting my hands warmed up. I wouldn't get my first reception into the second quarter off of this comeback route for a gain of 9. Very next play, I run into my own teammate, but still keep focused on the ball, spin out of a tackle before being brought down past the 50. Coming back from the 2-minute warning, I got another comeback route and he gonna hit me to get us a gain of 7. Very next play, the defense gonna read the slant perfectly and pick that off, switching over all the momentum we had. Why is it the third quarter and we both remain scoreless still? And I'll pick up another nice reception, break some ankles, getting us past the 40. A minute 40 left in the third, both teams still scoreless. Jordan Love throws another dot. I snatch some more ankles before being brought down past the 20. Full head of steam up the field. I'm fading out to the left, but cut back in. Me and Jay Love is on the same page, and he gonna throw a dot. Fourth quarter, and we finally on the board. The Rams are still scoreless. Jordan Love is looking downfield, and I complete that pass for a big gain.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Your boy got 100 receiving yards, but I'm not satisfied with that just yet as I add on to my total. Down at the 10-yard line, he gonna hit me for my 3rd touchdown of the season.
So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
We didn't score until the third quarter, but it was enough to get us the win, with the final score being 14-7. And I end the game with 124 yards off of 9 receptions and 1 touchdown. Back in my hometown of Philly, man, we had a bye week, so I got on that PJ and made a turnaround trip. I just had to come see my parents, and I had a surprise for them. But little did I know they had a surprise for me, too.
Glad you're back home, and look, I know you don't like surprises, but we got a little something special for you, too, waiting right there in the house, and I hope you enjoy it. I think you will.
Oh, man, my son. Well, if I can even call you that. Look, man, I know it's a lot of explaining to do and a lot of catching up we need, but to make the long story short, when you was born, I was not in the right headspace, nor was I doing the right things through life. And about 6 years after having you, I was still living wrong, and eventually I went off to prison, man, and that's where I've been for this whole time. But while I was in there, I started to become a better man, and I knew the first thing I did when I got out was I needed to at least try to be the best father I could be to my kids. I've been out for around a year now, and I've been looking for you, man, every day. And finally, I got in contact with Mr. and Mrs. Kelly, who I have nothing but the utmost respect for, especially for taking care of my son and raise him. And after speaking to him, man, I find out that my son is in the NFL. And I know how it may seem and how that might sound, but I promise you, man, I'm not asking you for no money, no handouts for nothing. But I did want to let you know you are not my only son. You have a younger brother. We've been in contact for a few months now, and man, you should have seen the way his face lit up when he found out he had a big brother. And especially finding out that his big brother's in the NFL, he was looking up your highlights, college highlights, and everything, man. Now, if you don't want to fix things with me, I completely understand, man. Just know I still love you anyway. But your brother would really love it if you just got in contact with him or at least went to one of his games, you know. But regardless of what you decide, man, it's great seeing you, and you don't know how long I've been waiting on this day.
Well, as y'all just seen from my face, I was too stunned to speak at the moment. And rightfully so, if you ask me, that's a lot to take in. That's my first time ever seeing my biological dad. And on top of that, I got a brother that I didn't even know about. Man, I couldn't even tell y'all what was going on through my mind at the time. But look, y'all, that was definitely a big surprise. I don't know if it was a good one or a bad one yet. But like I said earlier, I do got something for my parents. And that's part of the reason I came down here. I went ahead and cashed out on the BMW M3 G80, just a little token of my appreciation for them. I mean, as y'all heard earlier, they literally raised me from a baby. So this is just something small compared to everything they've done for me. And as y'all can tell, they definitely loved it. And later that night while I was in the hotel, I started going into deep thought about my family situation, thinking about what I should have said to him, what I should do now knowing that I have a brother that apparently looks up to me. But I don't know, man, maybe I should go to one of his games and introduce myself. But despite everything that's going on, I'm gonna have to get back right mentally for practicing my upcoming games. Game number 6 of the season, man, y'all see it, we up against the Arizona Cardinals. Your boy's back in his right mind and we finna go take over. We end up facing a 3rd and 8 on our first drive, and guess who's wide open on that end route coming in the clutch to pick up that 1st and more. But we quickly will face another 3rd down. Jordan Love is going to go my way, fading out to the left, and I cannot hold on to it. Arizona goes up a field goal as I complete a short comeback route. 3rd quarter, Arizona up 6, and we still ain't scored. I drop another pass on this out route. Maybe I'm not as mentally prepared as I thought I was going to be. But it's all good because later that same drive, they going to leave the middle wide open, and I take this up to the 10. Arizona now up 12-7, but it's a lot of green grass on the right side of the field, and I get open for a huge gain.
That's caught by Keller, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive.
We scored on that drive, but it was not enough to pull out the win, as Arizona's going to take the dub with the score being 21-15.
No turnovers in this contest.
And I finished this game with 5 receptions for 59 yards and no touchdowns. Game number 7 going up against CJ Stroud and the Texans. They go score a touchdown, and I start my night off with a short comeback route for that 1st down. We still scoreless, and they go up 10-0. But Jordan Love is looking my way again, and I'm able to do something with it, getting this up past the 50.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
3rd quarter, and the score is now 10-3. But off of this slant, I'm gonna make him touch earth before being brought down. Jordan Love got a lot of faith in me throwing into double coverage, and somehow I come down with it for a gain of 8. But that could also be a bad thing because the very next play he throw into double coverage again, and it winds up getting intercepted. Luckily they don't score, but we start off in bad field position at a 1st and 19. I'm gonna cut down some of those yards with this reception. In the very next play, starting the 4th quarter, the Texans leave the middle of the field wide open. I bounce off a tackle before being brought down for a big gain. Going with another short comeback route, I'm going to pick up a gain of 5. 4th down, and we got to go for it. And you know who's wide open for that 1st down every time. Time running down, and we looking to tie the game up. I fade out to the left and receive a dot. And again, we go down and score, but leaving with too much time to kick a field goal, and they get the win with the score being 13-10. 2 losses back to back. But I had a big day with 9 receptions for 98 yards, 0 touchdowns. Somehow, somewhere, I lost footage of game 8 against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but we got the dub. Another low-scoring game with the score being 10-7, and I finished with 11 receptions for 104 yards. Game number 9, man, we going up against a tough opponent, the Detroit Lions. They go up a field goal, and on our 2nd drive, I get my 1st catch of the game for 10 yards. They go up 10 to our zip with 30 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. I pick up another reception, bounce off of a tackle, get us some extra yards before being taken down past the 50. Started the 3rd quarter, I'm fading out to the left, but I see he playing that, so I come back inside, and I cannot hold on to the... Very next play, I'm open off the release, and Jordan Love is going to find me. I'm able to slip a tackle, but I get obliterated. Ball go flying in the air, and the defense going to catch it. And this was definitely my welcome to the NFL moment. It came in the 9th game of the season, but hey, man. But hey, at least we shook it off and got back up.
And you know that has to be the discussion that happened.
With the score now 17-0 late in the 3rd, I will pick up another reception for a decent amount. Getting behind that zone defense way too easy, I pick up another big reception, getting us closer to that end zone. Very next play, J Love gonna throw this one on a rope. First play of the 4th quarter, I get an easy catch and walk it in for a touchdown, finally putting us on the board. They go up 20 now to our 7 as I grab another dot, shake off a tackle before being brought down. Looking to get down that field, Jordan Love can't find nobody open, so I cut back upfield and I'm wide open, getting this one past the 40 for a huge gain. Knowing it's probably too late, but still looking to get into that end zone, I'm fading out to the left and make a nice catch. Having myself a big game with 10 receptions for 154 yards and a touchdown already. Detroit make that same mistake of leaving the middle of the field open, and I make a sliding catch for that touchdown, grabbing 2 in one game.
Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough.
So we started to make a comeback, but it was too late, and the Lions take the win with the score being 20-14. But y'all already know I had a great game, even though I got lit up. But I finished this game with a crazy 11 receptions for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns. Game 10, and we up against our rival, the Chicago Bears. First drive already facing the 3rd and 5, and y'all know who they going to. They tried to say I was out of bounds, but we had to check that one. And as y'all can see, I was definitely inbound.
Here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and
so they returned the call, and we kept that drive moving, and on this 3rd and 3, I'm going to catch that first down.
And he made a bid for midfield there.
A few plays later, Jordan Love going to lead me a little bit. I got to dive, and I make a nice grab. Somehow we missed the field goal, so the score is still 0-0, but I'm open off the release, and J. Love going to find me to get us up past that 30.
And that's good yardage with a new...
Only seconds left in the second half. He going to throw another dot my way, but that's the end of the quarter. Chicago goes up 7-0, and we got a short gain of 5 yards right here. And with this reception, I have now went over 1,000 yards on the season, leading every receiver in the league. Down there at the red zone, cutting out to the left, but I can't hold on to the rock for the touchdown. 4th down, and coach want to go for it, and he want to throw it, and the ball slipped through my hands again, so we remain scoreless. Chicago goes up 10-0, but it's a crease in the defense, and I bring that one in for a big game. And somehow we went scoreless the whole game, not even a field goal, losing another one with the score being 10-0. But I finished with 7 receptions for 68 yards. 11th game of the season, and we facing off against a good 49ers team. On the 3rd and 5, I start the game off all wrong, getting a block in the back penalty. So they push us back to a 3rd and 8, but y'all know I'm going to come in clutch, especially since it was my fault getting us that first down. Start of the second quarter, both teams still remain scoreless. Jordan Love going to go my way across the middle of the defense with a step on my defender, and I'm going to take this one all the way up to the end zone for my first touchdown of the game and my 6th of the season. Score is now 3-7, going with a deep in route. Jordan Love gonna find me open again. Now pick us up some much needed yards. But we end up getting a penalty, and that puts us back to a 2nd and 20. But I'm trying to cut some of those yards off, and I do. Score is now 7-6 in the 3rd quarter, and I don't know why he would throw this. It was obviously covered, and he gets picked off, but I go and make that tackle.
The field with an interception. I just am constantly reminded of the importance.
Score is now 14-7, and I get open off the release, snatch some ankles before being brought down for a huge gain. 4th quarter now with the time running down, I'm trying to get us into that end zone, and I fade out to the left to get us in the red zone. Josh Jacobs is going to do the rest, tying the game up 14-14. They go up a field goal with the score being 17-14. I'm fading out to the left again, but I cannot hold on to it. Seconds left in the 4th quarter, and we on a 4th and 1, but I'm going to pick up that first down with ease. 20 seconds left trying to get in the field goal range. I don't know how they called this a catch, but hey, man, I'm not complaining. They did. And y'all better not laugh, man. Y'all know how hard field goals are, especially this far out. And it's on all Madden. But our kicker went out there and completely bombed the field goal. But wait, man, it gets worse. It lands in Christian McCaffrey's hands, and the defense don't get a finger on him as he takes this one all the way back to the crib. And that's how this game ended, man, with the score being 23-14, a crazy loss. And we took a lot of L's this episode, I ain't gonna lie. But I had a great game with 8 receptions for 153 yards and a touchdown. But this is where I would end the video at. But y'all let me know, man. Should I go ahead and slide to one of my little brother's football games? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I low-key want to see what he working with. Maybe I can show y'all in the next episode. Just let me know in the comments.
Hey, Mr. Kelly. Just letting you know I've just picked up your brother from the airport, and we are now on our way to your house.
Okay, cool. Just let me know when y'all at the gate.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Want it all, I won't leave a breadcrumb. It's what I thought a nigga said some. Thought a nigga said some. G G-Block, all we know is red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum. G-Block, all we know is red rum, red rum, red rum.
Nah, this crib too nice. Ain't no way.
It's a May, but it 2 shots in the...
Yup, and this right here is your room. I already got the PS5 set up and everything. And look, I don't know what rules your people got set in place back home, but while you here, forget about all that. I want you to make sure you enjoy yourself. So really, you got the crib to yourself while I'm not here, cause you know my season's still going. And in case you feel like getting out and going places, I'm gonna leave you the number to my driver. So you can do whatever you want to, bro. Just think of this as a vacation. But nah, I'm really glad you here, little bro. Now we got the time to catch up and get to know each other, cause you know we've been strangers long enough. Now, if y'all watched my last episode, then y'all should know exactly who this is. But if y'all didn't, this is my little brother Nasir, who I just found out about not that long ago. Now, as some of y'all may know, me and him both were in the system, and we're both adopted by separate families, which is why we just now meeting each other. And with me being the older brother, I just want to make sure he enjoy himself while he out here. So I made sure his first day here was something to remember. Now, my little brother ain't used to the finer things in life, but luckily he got a brother that's in the NFL, so I made sure to give him a great experience. So first we hopped in that Ferrari to hit the city. And y'all know I puts it on every day, so I couldn't let him go back home without any new drip. So I took him to the strip and let him get whatever he needed. And of course, he was more than grateful, but money can't make up for lost time. Which is why after shopping for a little bit, we slid to a food spot. And while waiting on the server, we chopped it up. You know, just getting to know each other some more. It's a lot about him I don't know, and it's a lot about me he don't know. Just trying to create that bond that brothers are supposed to have. But sadly, as y'all know, I wasn't able to spend every day with him while he was here because, I mean, the NFL's still in season. But at least I know he'll be close to the field in some of these upcoming games. Thanksgiving Day, man, and that's when my brother is out here. He on Thanksgiving break. We close to the end of the season, and we starting this one off against the Miami Dolphins. Backed up in our own end zone on a 3rd and 5, we got to convert, and I'm going to do that right here off of this check down. 2nd and 10, I had the choice of a comeback or out route, and y'all see what I went with. Got set up with a good block to get us down with an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 13, man, we keep getting to these 3rd downs, but I'm fading out to the left for a 1st down and picking up some extra yards along the way. The very next play, Jordan Love is going to go right back to me on the slant. Before you know it, we get on that board and they score a field goal. And right here, I lose grip of an easy pass off of the contact. But I'll make up for it on a 3rd down again. He gonna find me in the middle. I bring that one in and spin out of 2 tackles. Pick up some good yards before being brought down close to that 40. 4th quarter now, the Dolphins go up 3, making it 10-7. I convert another 1st down off a slant. A few plays later, I get another short slant for 6 yards. And before you know it, we facing a 3rd and 4, but I convert another 1st down, getting us close to that end zone. And with 30 seconds left in the game, I got another slant left wide open for a touchdown, putting us on top late in the game. And after kneeling out the clock, man, we're going to take that win with the score being 14-10. Another low-scoring game, but at least we came out on top. Now I finished this one with 9 receptions for 97 yards and a touchdown. Y'all see your boy getting ready, man, coming off a great game as y'all can see from the stats. And it's going to be a tough one because we up against the Detroit Lions. My first target of the day comes off a deep end route that bounces off the defender's head and winds up incomplete. A few plays later on the 2nd and 9, I got 10 and out. It goes my way as I get us up closer to that end zone. Defense is playing off, giving me way too much space to make a big play.
They go sideline and he stays in bounds.
We go up 7-0, but on this 3rd and 9, he gonna look my way, but that defense is gonna break that up. But coach was feeling bold and he decided to go for it. And of course, Jordan Love is looking for me. I come up in the clutch, getting that 1st down and more.
And he's gonna have a Packers 1st.
17 seconds left in the half, looking to get in that end zone, and I sure enough do off of this out route, putting us up 2 touchdowns before half. Now in the 3rd quarter, Detroit is finally on the board, making the score 7-14, and they get an interception.
Intercepted. Picked off by Terry.
1st-round pick in this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation.
The score is now tied 14-14, and Jordan Love is going to throw another risky pass my way that gets split up. 3rd and 7, y'all know who they looking for, and I'm wide open again off of this out route.
That's caught. Left side, it's complete.
3rd and inches, and instead of going for the first down, we going for it all. Guess who was wide open, collecting touchdown number 9 for the season?
Touchdown, Packers. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now.
And we are able to just barely walk away with the win, with the final score being 21-14. I just wish that we would have started playing like this from the beginning. And I finished this game with 6 receptions for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Week 15, and we up against the Seattle Seahawks. Let's get it. Seattle went down and got a field goal, and we start the game off. I'm on a go route, trying to head tap my defender, but that's broken up. The very next play, I'm getting open off of this in route, bouncing off a few tackles, and man, now it's just a foot race downfield. But the defense is already gaining on me. I don't know if I'm fast enough, and I get hawked down just outside the 20. Score is now 7-3. We up. Coming out of the slot, I'm wide open in the middle. He gonna find me, getting us up to the 30.
That's Kelly. And he's going to get this one across the 30.
Minute 50 left in the half. I got a short comeback route for a gain of 8. Only 7 seconds left in the half, but I pick up another reception. Been out of a tackle before being brought down for a short gain. Coming back from the half, the score is still 7-3, but I'm looking to change that as Jordan Love is going to air it downfield, and I make a nice grab.
And he does it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I mean, just look at that catch, man. And it's only right I get rewarded getting into that end zone for my first of the game, 10th of the season.
With his 10th touchdown of the season.
Or is now 14-9. I got the option of a comeback or an out route, but I should have stuck with the comeback because I get stopped after a gain of 1. But it's all good because we lined up on the outside where I do most of my work from, and I'm open on a slant, juking the defender out his shoes before being brought down past the 30. But we take that dub with the final score being 14-9. Not in the game with 8 receptions for 134 yards and a touchdown. Crazy. Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints. My first reception of the game came out at 1st and 14, catching it straight down the middle and taking off up the seam, getting close to that 40. Very next play, man, this was way too easy. I get past my defender. Jordan Love throws a beautiful ball. I easily get into that end zone for my first touchdown of the game, 11th of the season. Score is now tied 7-7, and they gonna call me for this weak block in the back. That's all good because on that very next play, I make a key block, giving my boy all the space in the world to take his way down to the end zone and put us back on top.
And he's going to take this all the way to the house.
A minute left in the half, and I got an out route. I don't know why he would throw this. I did not call for the ball, but that whole play was telegraphed, and he got the interception, and he dang near took that thing back for 6.
Simmons set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So they tie the game up again, and with 14 seconds left in the second quarter, I receive another good completion. And with this one, I went over 1,500 yards this season.
They're going to work this down inside.
Now in the third quarter, playing a hard-fought game, man, Josh Jacobs is going to make a Marshawn Lynch type of play, stiff-arming defenders into the dirt. Now it's just a foot race. Sadly, he do get caught, but he stiff-armed him too. Right there in the red zone, I'm fighting to get open, but I finally do for another touchdown, putting us on top again. But man, New Orleans is going to even out the score again as I bring in a comeback route being brought down right in front of the first down mark.
What's the old saying, Mike? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
A few plays later, I got another short comeback route, and Jordan Love is going to throw this one completely off target. I mean, y'all let me know, is that me or him? But anyways, it gets intercepted for his 2nd of the game.
Play can be the difference between winning and losing, and now after that,
the Saints go up 3, and I'm trying to get into that end zone off of the slant, and I fight for some extra yards before being brought down. Very next play, he gonna go right back to me off of this deep comeback route.
Every time that he's decided to throw the ball. Well, Mike, sometimes we
trying to get us in the field goal range, and I do off of the slant, being brought down outside the 30. 20 seconds left in the fourth. I'm looking to get him an easier field goal. He gonna go my way for a big game, and I'm trying to call a timeout, but we ain't got none left, and I knew Madden was gonna do that thing where they just run off the clock. And sure enough, they do, man. They need to stop doing that. So due to Madden 25, we lose the game with the score being 24-21. And I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to give my stats for this game, but just know I had a great game. I had 2 touchdowns, and I'm pretty sure I had over 100 receiving yards. Actually, here go my stats. 143 yards, 9 receptions, and 2 touchdowns. I ain't gonna lie, I've been on one lately, but this game we up against the Minnesota Vikings. So they started off with the ball but did not score. On the 2nd and 4, he gonna go my way, and I pick us up a decent amount of yards.
First down. It will be a gain of 8.
Moving down that field, the defense is too slow to react, and I get past him easily being brought down inside the red. Scores are now 7-0. They still don't score, and I got a comeback route, but I had to run backwards to complete it, and I get stopped for a loss. And as y'all can see from it already being the 3rd quarter, I did not have a lot of action this game so far. But I do get a touchdown because he's going to go my way right in the red zone for 6.
Touchdown, Packers. That touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season.
So we end up getting a win with the final score being 21-7, and I didn't really get too much targets, but it's all good because we still got the dub. I finished this game with only 4 receptions for 32 yards and a touchdown. Here it is, man, our last game of the season. We out here in Chicago in the snow. The Bears go up 7, and I start the game off with a short comeback route that I take up for a gain of 6. A few plays later, I got another comeback route. He gonna go my way again, and with this one, I pick up a gain of 9. First play of the 2nd quarter, I'm cutting across the field. Jordan Love is going to deliver a dot my way for a first down. 2nd and 8, the DB is playing off, giving me enough space to complete the slant. Tied game in the 3rd quarter. At 3rd and 9, we got to put it in the air, and I'm downfield. Throw it a little bit behind me, but I'm still able to complete that one for a huge gain. Don't get me wrong, I've been cold all season, but I might play better in the snow because I make a nice catch right here. A nice toe tap grab right before I get out of bounds. Man, I better win Rookie of the Year. Hey, just look at the concentration, man. Losing my defender on the route, I'm able to make an easy catch and get into that end zone, breaking that time, putting us on top. We in the red zone with the tie game. On the 4th down, he gets stopped short. 30 seconds left on the clock, and we got to score a touchdown. I'm fading out to the left and get us right there by it. But the last play of the game, he shoots to the back of the end zone, and it goes incomplete. So with that, we lose the last game of the season with the final score being 21-14. But overall, man, y'all seen it. If y'all watched from episode 1, y'all saw I had a great rookie season. And I finished our last game with 9 receptions for 111 yards and a touchdown. And at the end of my rookie season, I ended up coming in 2nd place for the Best Receiver Award. And I feel like it was a no-brainer, but I did in fact win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And that right there will put an end to my rookie season, man. If y'all been watching since episode 1, y'all know I had a great season, and my career has a bright future.
Tell me if you still love it. It's 5 a.m. and I'm drunk right now. Tell me, can we still fuck? 101, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just the drugs, and I know. I lied to you way before I had you right this moment. Then again, I could be drunk. Baby, I don't wanna sound righteous. I got 20 bitches sucking like license. I just any money roll a dice since I picked. She ain't even really my type, and out here she been losing herself to the night shift. She been losing herself, and I get it. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, and you been fighting for your shot, and you.
Well, y'all boys, welcome to the 2nd season of my NFL career. Now look, man, as y'all just seen from the intro, I'm facing a little bit of controversy. And in case y'all ain't really understand what was going on, your boy ended up going to the club and one thing led to another, and I ended up getting drunk. And on my way back to the crib, I was driving a little reckless, which led to me getting pulled over, and y'all know the rest from there. Now, thankfully, everybody in Green Bay loved me. I was able to get let off with a slap on the wrist. Now, I did end up staying overnight in a cell, but just until I was capable of driving myself back home. Everything wasn't peaches and cream, because I am in the NFL and my coach run a pretty tight ship with barely any room for error. So that very next day, I ended up getting a call from head coach and I was sick to my stomach, man. Green Bay ended up releasing me and y'all can just imagine how I felt. My mind was racing like crazy, but thank God I showed the league how big of a weapon I am and won Rookie of the Year. Cause it felt like within hours of the league finding out that I was released, I got a call from another head coach of another team. Packed my bags and headed out to Tampa, Florida to meet up with Todd Bowles, the head coach of the Bucs. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, just think about it. Me, Baker Mayfield, and Mike Evans, I feel like we got a real shot to take it all the way. Imagine going to the Super Bowl my second season in the NFL. Yeah, man, so I got high hopes coming into this program. And as soon as I got home, man, I got to work immediately. I ain't gonna lie, I got my mindset on bringing the ring home. First game of the second season, y'all boys. We up against the Saints. And as y'all know, this is also my first game with a new team. So hopefully I can come out here and start it off right. They go down and put 3 on that scoreboard, and I got a corner route left wide open for a huge gain. Taking off for some extra yards, man. I'm showing I'm going to be a big part of this offense. Very next play after I pick up a big gain, he going to shoot it out to Mike Evans. Y'all see that boy ate up some yards too. I can already see we going to be a problem. Lined up on the outside, I got a short slant. Give me my first touchdown as a Buck. Man, that was so easy, I ain't even celebrate. I just jogged off the field. Another short slant, he gonna go my way and I pick us up some decent yards before being brought down. Very next play on the 3rd and 4, he gonna go right back my way on a short comeback route for that first down. It's in the 3rd and 10. Y'all see where that first down mark is? I come back to the ball and I'm gonna get my second touchdown of the game already. Score is now 12-14 in the 3rd quarter. I'm going to get another short reception. Moving down that field, Baker Mayfield looking my way again as I make a little something happen out of this reception. 2 minutes left in the 4th with the score being 21-12. This was supposed to be a comeback route, but he did not play any defense off the line, so I take this all the way to the crib for my 3rd of the night. Final score ended up being 36-12. He came out here and put a whooping on the Saints. And I think I had a pretty memorable debut. As I finished this game with 8 receptions for 131 yards and 3 touchdowns. Game 2 and we up against a really good Philly team. And as y'all know, I'm actually from Philly. I gotta perform my best, man. It's only right. My first reception of the game comes off a deep curl route. Had to adjust to the pass, but it's all good, man. A few plays later, I got a slant. He gonna go my way again for a gain of around 12 yards. 30 inches. I'm not sure why we didn't just go for a run. Either way, I catch it and we get that first down. So we end up going up 7-0 against Philly. I got another comeback route. Later that drive, I got another one. 4th and 8, and y'all know who the safety valve is. Dropping it off to your boy, and I'm going to get that first down for us every time. And Mike Evans is going to add on to our lead right before the half, man. I told y'all we're going to be a dynamic duo. Backed up in our own end zone, but at least the defense got to stop. Fading out to the left, and he's going to deliver a dot my way. 3rd quarter, and Philly now is on the board with the score being 14-7. And I bring in another short completion. But Baker Mayfield going to go my way back to back off of this slant, getting us up past the 40. I was getting real active on this drive, man. Cutting across to the right side of the field is where he gonna find me. Getting us well within that red zone. We scored, but so does Philly, and now it's the 4th quarter with the score being 14-21. We up, and I'm able to convert this 3rd down. So we're able to barely squeeze past Philly with the final score being 21-14. I'm telling y'all, bro, we coming different this year. Back-to-back games over 100 receiving yards with 12 receptions for 109 yards. Whooped them boys in game 1, and now it's game 3 of the season, and we got to play them again. 3rd and 4, I'm going deep down the left side, and he going to find me fading out to the left for a big completion, man. Inside the red zone, I got a little separation, but he going to squeeze one to me, and that gets picked off. They capitalize off of that interception, making the score 7-0. But Baker gonna connect with me for a huge gain again. 3rd quarter now, and they up 14-0. I had a slant, but I cut back out to the left because they was playing that. And I bring in a huge reception. And thanks to Bucky Irvin, man, we're going to cut the lead to 1 touchdown. 4th quarter, and we looking to tie things up, man. I got a deep slant. He going to go my way again as I get a lot of open space. Getting brought down at the 35.
there.
2-minute warning, man, and we got to get on the board. 8 knots to the left, he going to deliver another dot my way.
It's Kelly.
Very next play, he going right back to me on a short end route.
His man complete over the middle. That's Kelly. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far.
Back to back to back, man. 3 plays in a row. He going to go my way again on another end route. Spin out of 1 tackle before being brought down.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle.
And you would think they would play defense after seeing what I just did 3 plays in a row, but they're going to leave me wide open for another touchdown, tying the game up when it mattered most.
Get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up.
We get the ball in overtime, and I had the choice of making this a comeback or an out route. Y'all see what I went with as I pick up some good yards. They playing zone defense, and that's not a good option, man. I'm left wide open for another big game. 3rd and 4, and 1 score can put the game away with 15 seconds left. I get that touchdown to win the game, man. So the Saints definitely came back the second time around and made this really a game. The final score being 20-14. It was a tough one, but we still came out on top. Yeah, I know I had a good game with 11 receptions for 183 yards and 2 touchdowns. Going crazy. Game number 4, and we up against the San Francisco 49ers. Before you know it, we facing a 3rd and 7 early, but y'all know who they going to, and I'm going to get us that first down. Very next play, I got a comeback route. He going to go my way, and I get us upfield for a few extra yards. 3rd and 5, I ain't even got to say much, man. I got an in route. He going to go my way. I get us well over that first down mark. And Mike Evans will do the rest, getting us the first touchdown of the game. We up 7-0. I got a slant. He going to absolutely thread the needle. Coming back from the 2-minute warning, I got a short in route for a short game. A deep slant will get us our 2nd touchdown of the game, man.
So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
4th quarter, man, and before you know it, the score is now 11-14. Then came back and made it a game. We could have ran away with it. But y'all see, I just picked up a big reception. 3rd and 7, looking to convert that 3rd down. I'm left alone on the right side of the field, and instead of converting it, man, we're going to get into that end zone, grabbing my 2nd touchdown of the game. And I might break the most touchdowns in a single season record. We're able to stall San Francisco and get that win with the final score being 21-11. I had another big day with 8 receptions for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns. Week 5, game 5, man. We up against the Atlanta Falcons, looking to keep this undefeated record alive. I will grab myself a big reception coming right out the gate, wide open off the slant, picking up some big yards. DB playing off-man coverage, leaving me open in the red zone off a deep slant, giving us a 1st and goal. We get in that end zone, but so do they, making the score 7-7, but I'm cooking off of these slants, man. Playing off-man coverage again, another slant, another reception. 3rd quarter in, we up with the score being 14-10. He goes my way, but I cannot get 2 feet in. 4th quarter now, and I normally don't get much off a curl route. Thanks to him whiffing on that tackle, I'm going to get into the end zone. And with that, man, we put an end to this game with the final score being 21-10. Our team confidence is high right now. And so is mine, finishing this game with 5 receptions for 71 yards and a touchdown. Look, man, I told y'all we could really be contenders for a Super Bowl appearance. And so far, we on the right track, man. Undefeated so far, and y'all see your boy going crazy on the field. But look, y'all boys, this is where I'm going to end the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And with that being said, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.